ghost in the machine. Angry kid, bad at every level, calling out the kings and the fish and lady devils. Paradise is burning down, words of paradise, burning down the town. He talks, he fights, he stays up through the night. Paradise is burning down, words of paradise. He wears a digital crown.
Welcome back to the show. How are all you vital idols doing? Man, we got a good one today. Let me tell you, there was something that I was told about in chat yesterday, but we didn't get to cover. Well, I found it. We're going to cover it. Apparently, streamers be ruining DreamCon because of some Frieza cosplay. Frankly, I don't think it's a big deal. I posted about it on X. Maybe you guys have saw it. We got some more Hamas, Osama bin Laden, Epstein, Dog, Shocker, Fucker, Piker drama, and of course, anime tourists. Let's talk about them. We got a hell of a show. It's gonna be great. If you haven't noticed, trying out a new time slot. Trying 3 p.m. instead of 1 p.m. I don't know if this is gonna work or not. We'll see. YouTube doesn't like it when you make changes like that. I don't know if this is gonna stick. We'll run a test today. I figured, fuck it. Let's run the test. All righty, crew. With that being said, you know the drill. Your boy got his green tea. No sugar, good with the gut biome. I hope y'all doing good. Had a nice protein-fueled lunch. Who we got up in this bitch? I see Matt Stanford is here. El Mervov coming in early with a 2-banger. Hello, hoodweebs. Yes, we are certainly going to talk about that. Hopefully, y'all know the situation. If not, it's going to be a blast. Prater Mind is here. Shout out to you, Prater. Again, what up, Mervov? Clip 420. Hello, monkeys. Yes. Oh, yes. Y'all get it. You know. Edmund Wubber is here. Sleeping Nova. Anthony, how ya doing, my man? Reese, holding it down over on Kick. Shout out to you. Michelle X22. Soul Assassin is here. They're censoring cosplay now. No. There's more to it than that, to be fair. There is more to it than that. Luffy John Jr. is here. Shout out to you, Luffy. Guys, we got a quick political segment out the gate. How you doing, Melfa Sky? Appreciate you. We got a quick political segment out the gate that, frankly, I listened to the first couple seconds of it after Tiger King told me about this. I think it was Tiger King. We got Zora Mamdani here. Good old commie Muslim Mamdani. Mayor of New York City. Remember, the city with the largest Muslim terrorist attack to ever grace the United States. The city elected a communist Muslim mayor. Benjamin Netanyahu is a war criminal. And I don't actually disagree. To me, this ain't me capping for Israel. I don't disagree whatsoever. Though I am curious why you, just the mayor of a city, give a fuck. Because this goes to show there's larger power structures at play. There's like Mamdani is a plant. There are people controlling him. There are people above him. There's a reason he got put into that position. There's a reason he won so overwhelmingly because there's an infiltration happening. This has nothing to do with, like, there's no reason that a mayor of a city should be talking about global geopolitics. Not in this regard.
Benjamin Netanyahu is a war criminal, the architect of a horrific genocide against the Palestinian people. He is responsible for the killing of more than 73,000 people.
Don't care. Don't care. Netanyahu can kill as many people as he wants as long as he stops, flexing his power over America. And that's the real bitch of the bunch. You can be both, guys. Here's the thing. People don't realize the nuance of this situation. You can be both. You can, A, not give a fuck about Israel and Palestine, as I don't, and also loathe Israel for having, control over the United States.
For the maiming of tens of thousands of children,
Fuck
as
him.
those who survive undergo amputation without anesthesia. For the
I guess maybe, but when the Palestinian government, elected their officials, once they were given that land by Israel, they should have installed a government that gave a fuck about advancing science and developing anesthetics. But, blame Israel for that.
targeting of neonatal hospitals and maternity care centers, denying newborns even the chance to live. For the countless people.
Oh, fuck all the way up. Denying newborns a chance to live. Bitch. You are one of the most pro-abortion candidates in the history of this nation. Don't tell me you give a fuck about newborns. You love killing babies.
People he starved as he blocked food and humanitarian aid from reaching them. For the gunning down.
You mean that same food and humanitarian aid that actually proved made it to Palestine, the Palestinians, the regime in control of Palestine, then destroyed? The humanitarian aid that made it to Palestine, then the controlling regime destroyed? This is flat out pure propaganda. Pretenticide, 9% of those killed in military-age males who even the UN has admitted that Hamas was denying the civilians food. And that's what it's talking about. Hamas denying them food. Right. Correct. Again, remind me, guys, why the mayor of a city is talking about this.
Down of hundreds of aid workers and journalists. And just last month, the UN confirmed that Palestinian children continue to be deliberately targeted and killed by Israeli armed forces, more than 8 months after the so-called ceasefire.
Yeah, more than 8 months after the so-called ceasefire. Who was it that broke the ceasefire? Just remind me, who was it that broke said ceasefire?
The list goes on and on. All as we, as Americans, pay for the bombs that do the killing. There is a reason the International Criminal Court issued a warrant for his arrest. As human beings, we have spent generations building a shared understanding that there are crimes so grave they offend all of humanity. Anyone with their eyes, with their heart, with their conscience should recognize the devastation he has wrought and understand that he belongs before a court of law.
A court of, given that you are a commie Muslim, a court of Sharia law, maybe? Is that what Mr. Muslim Mamdani here is insinuating? A court of Sharia law, if I had to wager a guess?
As I've said, I agree with the ICC that Benjamin Netanyahu should be arrested and tried for his crimes, as I do for anyone else charged by the ICC.
Again, the ICC is irrelevant. The ICC don't mean shit. That's someone else in chat said a minute ago. I think it was, let's see, who was it? Yeah, exactly. It was Reese over on Kick. As if that he thinks the International Criminal Court actually means anything. Yeah, Putin is also considered a war criminal. Dude gets to still run Russia like it's no biggie. What are we doing? Like, nobody cares. The idea of like, oh, so-and-so's a war criminal. Everyone's a fucker. Every world leader by that logic is a war criminal. Every fucking leader of any sort of first world nation is a war criminal because people do heinous shit in wars at the behest of the people that they serve. Let's be real. It means literally Nothing. And I'm not capping for Netanyahu. Again, I want to make that clear. Y'all know me. I'm quite anti-Israel involvement in America, but I also don't give a fuck if the Dune Coons continue to blow each other up until the end of eternity. Just keep us the fuck out of it.
My administration has reviewed every avenue available under applicable law to determine whether New York City could execute the International Criminal Court's arrest warrant if Benjamin Netanyahu came here.
Bro is so, again, he thinks he's Batman or Tony Stark or something. Bro thinks Tony Stark's probably a better example because Tony Stark was the one that, like, during Civil War went all in on government power, right? Bro thinks he is Tony fucking Stark.
It is clear that we do not have the
Tony Dark.
independent legal authority to enforce this warrant. The federal government, however, does, and I call on them to join the ICC and execute this warrant. And I want to be equally clear. Benjamin Netanyahu is not welcome in New York City, nor is any other war criminal at large. While we cannot...
Right. No war criminals are allowed in New York City. But illegal Muslim invaders and illegal immigrants in general, and rapists and murderers, and the people who are jumping over the turnstiles, and riding the subway for free and assaulting people, and going in and robbing bodegas and then getting out within 24 hours because it's not a felony offense. All of those are welcome in New York. Remember, all of those are welcome in New York, but not a world leader because he's a Jew. He's Osborne or Luther. I like that. Osborne or Luther. I like. So the thing is, Osborne and Luther know they're bad guys and they're pretending to be good guys. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm giving Zoran Mamdani too much credit. I think he actually thinks he's the good guy. Maybe not. Maybe he is aware of his own evil and he is just that good and that smarmy and got that much charisma that he's got everybody else tricked. But I truly think that he thinks he is the good guy.
Not end the genocide on our own.
Fuck the
we
genocide.
We can decide
Who cares?
whether our silence will become another weapon, and we can examine every tool.
I'll move over the two-banger. I hope he tries something. Get booted, please, dude. We need to start stripping citizenship. Sevi sent me this article earlier. Sevi actually sent me 2 articles about naturalized citizens having their citizenship revoked for like pedophilia and raping and shit like that. Do it. I want to see so much revoked citizenship. God, it would make me so happy.
We have to defend the humanity and dignity of all people.
You should not care about the humanity and dignity of all people. You should exclusively care about the humanity and dignity of New Yorkers. That's the only motherfuckers you're in charge of. You're only in charge of New York. That's the thing. Why do you care about the humanity and dignity of all people? You're not a world leader. You run a city. Dude, you're a glorified babysitter for an entire fucking city. And you've decided to try and ignore the children and invite your boyfriend over to hang out behind the scenes. Like, that's what's going on here. If you cared about the dignity of all people, if you care about the humanity of these people, bingo, bango, bongo, guess what you'd be doing? Not enshrining communism into law, not allowing lawlessness to run rampant in New York City, not allowing people to break into bodegas, loot, rob, shoot, steal, and then get in jail for 24 hours and come out just released back on the streets for them to do it another 17 fucking times. You do not give a fuck about the humanity and the dignity of all people. You're a lying, grifting, evil motherfucker. Again, communism and Islam go together like oil and water. Yet he somehow pulled it off because people are so stupid, because he's got such a large apparatus backing him, because he is everything they want to turn the entirety of the U.S. into. Shout out to Butter Framed in Gold, dropping a Words of Paradise membership. You absolute legend. Thank you. I will play you a clip after this.
That is my commitment to you.
Office of the Mayor of New York City. Yeah. Nobody fucking cares. Why do we give a shit about what the mayor of one of the most dumpster fire, trash ass cities in the country has to say about what's going on in Israel? Because he wasn't saying this shit about Putin. He does not care about war criminals because he wasn't saying this shit about Putin. This is purely because he is a Muslim and Muslims hate Jews. And again, I don't give a fuck. I don't. I want to see, I want any and all Israeli involvement with America to be completely and utterly demolished. But let's also be real about the propaganda that's being spewed here, which is just he is exclusively doing this because Jews and Muslims, they ain't too kind to one another. So yeah, I thought it was funny. Tiger King brought up yesterday. I thought it was absolutely hilarious that the fucking mayor of New York City thinks he has any goddamn sway in like worldwide geopolitics. And yes, it has been a while better for him to go. Thank you. We need to get some real topics. And we'll be talking more political stuff later. We're going to be talking more about the Hamas, Osama bin Laden, Epstein, Doc, Sucker, Fucker, Piker stuff and his crash out with Destiny. But I want to have some fun today. So over the weekend while at Siege, this happened. And I shared this, right? But someone, I think, who was it? Who put this in the Discord? Let me check. Mervoth. So yeah, it was Mervoth that requested this the follow-up video. But for those of you guys that don't know, this happened at DreamCon this past weekend.
My first event, I'm so excited.
Just make sure to stay in character today.
Okay, yeah. Hello, monkeys! My first event, I'm so
Oh, so fucking funny, bro. Just make sure you stay in character today. Hello, monkeys. And yes, it was a skit. That's the thing. It was a skit. A fucking hilarious skit. Okay? Yeah. Yes. Soft ass people. It's hysterical. He's in and oh no, he's not black. He's saying the monkey word and he's not black. Well, first of all, I want to make sure y'all realize that I am a Frieza supporter. I think we need to train these monkeys. We have a monkey training fund today. In case we just know that when you guys donate, it is going to the monkey training fund. But yeah, so in case everyone is lost with the whole Frieza viral video, multiple people are talking about the video has since been deleted after backlash. He is not black making this joke. Who cares if he's not black? No, again, this is a skit. This is a character. So I posted this, and neither one of them responded because they were at the fun con with me. But I said, all of my black friends respond. Jazz and Spark, he's black. To know about them, I think it's hilarious. Otaku the Great, he's black. He finds it hilarious. I don't know if this individual here is black, but the point is, yeah, nobody gives a fuck. There's a reason Kata and Atreus and whatnot for New Blackstreet use the Hello Monkeys in their intro because that shit is funny as fuck. However, we got this video here, recommended by boy Mervoth. Streamers ruin DreamCon 2026. All right, let's see.
Getting into DreamCon 2026, from non-consensual interactions
What you say? Whoa.
to boxing in the middle of the convention, straight up racism.
Hello, monkeys!
It's not racist, guys. No, nobody in their right mind thinks that racist. Also, funnily enough, he says, hello, monkeys. And then prior to this, he shows a teen takeover happening at the con. Why does everybody have to be right? What skin tone does everybody happen to be in this situation here? If anything, Frieza was coming in to restore order.
Straight up racism.
Hello, monkeys!
To AI art promotions, getting
What sort of soft ass soy boy bitch made video are you having us watch, Mervoth? He's bitching about my racisms. He's bitching about my AI art. He's bitching about dudes chimping out, which, to be fair, that's worthy of bitching about, but I bet he's going to take the wrong angle on that. Did you send me torture for the stream, Mervoth? Yes. Make Planet Vegeta great again. Another not diversity involving a person making an edgy joke. Exactly.
your girlfriend stolen, and much more. Now, if you don't know what DreamCon is, it is a convention that is hosted by the creative
Dude's audio mix, and I want to talk about dude's audio mixing sucks. His mic quality is terrible, and the music is way too loud.
Group RDC World. Very funny guys, they make great content. DreamCon takes place in George R. Brown Convention Center in Houston, Texas. This year, in 2026, has set a new record, selling over 45,000 tickets, making this year's event the biggest in the convention's history. Here's one user that talks about their experience at DreamCon.
So I just landed back home from DreamCon, and I had a good time, but if I learned one thing about that convention this weekend, if you sent your girl to DreamCon by herself, I'm sorry for your loss.
Now, to be fair, I actually agree with this dude. As a man, you should not be sending your girl to no convention solo. That's asking. And to be fair, if your girl wants to go to a convention solo, donezo, outski. That is a red flag, bro. That flag redder than my shirt. Nope.
A lot of users on X were saying that this event was highly unorganized as well. One user says, first and last ever DreamCon, not gonna lie. Event was ran like dog water. Y'all gotta do better. Lines were ridiculously long just to get a badge. Unfortunately, that caused me to DQ out of my tournament because I didn't make it in time.
Nah. That is absolutely a you problem. I've been going to conventions since I was 6 years old. You always pre-reg. You always get there as early as fucking possible. If you were stuck waiting in lines long, that is completely normal at cons. Siege had long lines. CosplayCon has long lines. Comic Con and like the actual these Wizard World Comic Cons always have long lines. Collecticon has long lines. Anime Blues Con has long lines. Dude, I can go on the fuck and on. Get out of here. This is on you and your poor planning. You either didn't buy your tickets in advance or you did buy your tickets in advance, but there's still a pre-reg line, the people that get in early, and bingo, bango, bongo. You lazy ass didn't get up and out of the hotel room, so when you walked over there, you were in line for ages. That is absolutely a you problem. Yeah, every big con has long lines. Exactly.
The venue had enough space to expand, but they decided not to use the space they had, so it was severely crowded. That's the thing now about anime conventions. It's just always going to be crowded because it's so mainstream now. It's insane. Like back in 2016 or 2015 in that era, like those halls were empty. Another person says, I've gone to DreamCon every single year, and this year might be the worst. I don't know who's in charge of operations. They're horrible at their jobs. There's no reason the line for a single day badge should be 3 to 4 hours long, and there's no reason volunteers should be giving us wrong info. Also, I would like to say,
while I agree there should be no reason for it to be 3 or 4 hours long, like two things can be true. It could be poorly ran and the long lines are a completely normal fucking thing. That being said, these people are volunteers. Like if they're giving you wrong info, that's not the volunteers' fault. That means that was whoever's running the event was giving wrong information top down, or maybe the volunteers are just shitty at their jobs. That's also a factor. The volunteers should be shitty at their job. Like, two things can be true.
hey, DreamCon taking away people's deodorant at the front door is so wild. Like,
What? They took away deodorant? No, really?
they wanted Chernobyl to happen a second time. That's like the worst thing you could possibly do at an anime convention is taking away.
Smallest con I've ever been to. And there's a lot of just like small crop up 1 day cons. So I couldn't tell you the name of it, but I've been to a lot of small cons. I like small cons.
Deodorant. If you know that place is a funk fest. It's probably one of the worst places to go and not have deodorant. So apparently a lot of fights going on in DreamCon. I mean,
I wonder why. A lot of fights going on? I will need visual confirmation and reference as to why, chat. I love how we got fucking Andre 3000 over here cosplaying as fucking Android 17. I almost wore my Android 17 red ribbon shirt for the stream today. Now I kind of wish I would have.
it wasn't like, well, from the looks of it, the clip.
El Mervok coming with a two-banger. DreamCon ran by BL tourists. Enough said. Boys love? Like that kind of BL? Boys love? Unless you meant BLM, Black Lives Matter tourists, and just messed up the in by mistake. But yeah, fights happening. It might be a Carnival Crew. Cruz? Oh, just black in general. Okay. Well, BL in the anime community means boys love, so I was very confused. And then BL and BLM, gotcha. Couldn't. Oh, it wouldn't let you say black. Okay. Well, thank you for the 2-banger, homie.
There wasn't any hostile fighting. It was more of like some fun, playful fighting, so just some, roughhousing.
If it was fun, playful fight, like roughhousing and shit, why even bringing it up? Hold on, because that changes things a little bit. I was expecting an actual squabble. I was expecting some dudes didn't get along, didn't see eye to eye, and they start ruining the convention, throwing hands. If these are just fucking anime fans throwing down for the love of the game and they're not hurting anyone else, who fucking cares? Oh no, that looked pretty real though. That looked pretty real.
Yeah.
Rock his ass, son. Hold on, roll that back. Damn! Oh! Oh, that didn't look like that. Looked like it hurt. No, he's either downplaying it. And that was a real squabble, or it's just dudes having fun. I can't, because that looks pretty fucking real. But also, again, I don't fucking care. As long as they're not as long as they're not infringing on the walkway of other people, as long as they're not fucking up vendor booths, as long as they're not knocking over other people's cosplay and merch and shit, I don't care.
Yeah, that's probably not the safest thing to do at a con. That guy just got slammed to the floor, potentially breaking his neck. And that floor is just straight up, I know underneath that carpet is just straight up concrete. So I don't know any updates about that guy or if he lived or what, but man.
If he lived. Dude, if a dude died at DreamCon, it would be all over the nerd news. Like, again, I saw that we're about to do the racist Frieza segment, right? And this is where we're probably going to have the most fun. But if the dude straight up died at DreamCon, we'd have heard about it. And yes, that was, in fact, Majin Buu in a do-rag.
A lot of people are trying to defend this one, saying, oh yeah, it's the show. This is what Frieza does. This is what he says in the show. Like, clearly you didn't watch Dragon Ball Z. But this is just blatant racism.
Oh, get the fuck out. It's blatant racism. Dude, this guy is a bitch-made pussy. Hold on. Where's the... Oh, we downvoting this shit. I'm glad. Oh, you sent me a video from a loser who's trying to clout chase on virtue signaling with 28 subscribers. El Mervoth, you need to pay recompense, you dirty bitch.
My first event, I'm so excited.
Just make sure you stay in character today.
Okay, yeah. Hello, monkeys!
I mean, the clip speaks for itself.
Yes, the clip does speak for itself. It's fucking hilarious. It's fucking funny. And a real Dragon Ball fan would find that funny. Kata and Atreus would find that funny.
And what's funny, I actually know this guy. I believe he used to be part of FaZe. He used to do a bunch of like Fortnite trick shots in FaZe. Pretty sure it's the same guy, but yeah.
Pretty sure it's the same. No. If you're going to be lobbing accusations of racism and you're dropping the name FaZe Muse, Carry Mew, like if you're going to be name dropping, you better be absolutely sure you're talking about the same dude, because people be getting canceled for racism, all sorts of shit. Now, again, thankfully, we seem like we're mostly out of that by this point. But yeah, there's still a bit of it that goes around, but by and large, it seems like we're mostly out of that. But even so, this could be career ruining or whatnot if you got the wrong dude, like Birdman did with Flash yesterday.
He's not black. It looks like he's Asian.
Who gives a fuck if he's not black? Guess what? All those black people in there that were cosplaying Dragon Ball, none of them Dragon Ball. Beerus guys, I hate to tell you, Beerus ain't black. Piccolo, as much as the black people want to try and claim Piccolo ain't black. Piccolo's fucking green. Goku ain't black. I saw a lot of black Gokus. So I don't give a fuck that an Asian dude cosplayed a character made by Asians that uses the word monkey and said the word monkey. It's almost like it's just a fucking bit. It's a cosplay. It's someone having fun in the character. I don't want to hear none of this "you're not black" double standard bullshit when none of those black people were cosplaying characters that were also black. Their costume is not your culture, so I've been informed.
So
their culture is not your costume, you know what I mean?
him saying that is pretty like wild. I would understand if like, you know, if it was a black dude who was in a Frieza costume saying that. Yeah, that's funny, but this is straight up just some Asian dude saying, you know, racist shit, which is pretty disgusting to me.
Why?
And thinks it's funny. He has to know that, which is pretty disgusting to me, and thinks it's funny.
There we go. I'll be real, guys. I'm not looking forward to the Netflix adaptation of the Trunks arc, the Android saga, the Cell saga, the Android arc. I'm not looking forward to the Netflix adaptation. It's pretty fucking rough. It's like, oh, that racism is straight up is disgusting. Fuck you. Shane Gillis can make some jokes. Kevin Hart, not Kevin Hart, he's a shitty comedian. Chris Rock can make jokes. Yes, exactly. See, Ronan fucking gets it. These people, bro.
Has to know that this DreamCon event is predominantly black people because it is RDC. It's RDC's event. You know what I mean?
The fuck is RDC? And who cares if it's mostly black people? I'm pretty sure the whole, like, all these black people try to make, oh, well, anime culture should be for everyone. Nerd culture should be for everyone. All right, well, it should be for everyone. Who cares if it's a mostly black con? It should still be for everyone.
I mean, and it's just weird to do. Just like, why? Like, I get it. It's for clips. It's for clicks. It's for likes. It's for all this.
Look at that. Bitch couldn't even do a Kamehameha properly. That stance was awful. Watch
it's
it.
for clicks. It's for likes. It's for...
She didn't get her hand placement correct in any way, shape, or form.
All this clout. It's just, man, people have no standards or no shame when it comes to things like this, especially just clip farming. It's just bad. It's not just that clip either. I know that he was going around doing that to others as well, like in this clip here.
Oh my god, a monkey!
And it's a literal fucking monkey with an Asian dude on it. How is that not fucking funny?
Oh my god, a monkey!
Actually, I'm a gorilla.
No, behind you!
Even fucking better, bro.
Like,
by the way, dude is
No,
completely
behind
ignoring the
you.
context. This is the guy he came in here with. Like this is obviously a setup for a joke. The black dude behind him is the guy that the Frieza cosplayer came in with. They're friends. They're friends playing this sort of joke together. This is no different than when Eric Jenkins shows up to the fucking content house that me and Kata and Sevi and all them were in and shows up with bananas and watermelon for breakfast, which he did. Like, what are you fucking doing, son? This dude, do a bare minimum research if you're going to try and make a call-out video. Elmervo, the two banger says, you can stop if you like. I had to troll you with this. No, because when I set up my streams, I allocate like the length of the video into how long my stream is going to be. So if I were to quit this now, we'll end up getting a shorter stream. So now I have to see it through to the end. You bitch. Thank you for the two banger though.
Like, the dude just looks so uncomfortable. I'm actually surprised that this guy didn't get kicked out.
Creepy Sora. Okay, this is new. I've not seen this, but creepy Sora guy. Oh, Kingdom Hearts players ain't beating no allegations.
This streamer, known as Miss Kitty Cat, was streaming on Twitch when this happened.
Yeah, you gotta tell the camera what you said. Whoa, no. Put it down. You gotta put it down. You gotta put it down, okay?
This dude has...
I'm kind of mixed on that. Like, on the one hand, yeah, you shouldn't be touching people that don't want to be touched. Like, obviously, there's personal space and whatnot. But also, these new, like, new nerds, these tourists, I mean, that's what they are, tourists, are so fucking soft. Shit like that used to be normal at cons. Shit like that used to be normal. Like, you play games like hide and seek at the con and tag, and like there was always this sort of like touchy-feely nature amongst nerds because it was always good nature. There's never any harm to it. Like, I don't know. That one doesn't bother me too terribly much. If he had done something, if he'd like tried to kiss her or something, that'd be one thing. If he tried to kiss her, that actually would have been one thing. We just like lifted her up. Yeah, free glomps. See, Murmoth, you are OG Connor. You get it. I absolutely remember free glomps.
No shame. The fact that he thought that was okay, he has to be chronically online.
The lawsuit coming soon, but we're gonna beat the case.
Yeah, I mean, a chronically online person would be like the dude making this video that thinks that these are problems when they're not.
I don't think you beat that one, gang. I don't think you beat that one. I don't think you beat that one, Scud. She ain't even work.
Make it hang my tree.
Even the cameraman is saying, yo, I don't think you're gonna beat this one. Like,
yeah, the cameraman's saying shit because, you know, they're streaming, they're live, they're getting clips. That really was, again, that was not that big of a deal. Damn, that's a sick-ass collection. Yo, what up, Hypno? We're going over a monkey con that had been absolutely, apparently was a disaster.
come on, dude. You're in a public space and you think that's okay?
Fuck wrong with this goof ass dinner? Punch this stupid ass. I'm sorry for you.
It's funny though because this has been an issue. I feel like this has been a long-running issue in the anime / cosplaying community.
And there it is. Tourist confirmed. Tourist confirmed. Oh, it's been a long-running issue in the anime community. I.e., I don't like Thing, so I want to change it. Because back when tourists weren't involved in the anime community and the cosplay community, most people didn't give a fuck about this. Most people knew it was part of the community, part of the atmosphere, part of what made the thing what it was. And you got these freaks that want to come in and change and alter and like take away what we once had because it doesn't fit their sensibilities. Tourist ass behavior.
Or I know that she's a streamer and all, but still, this happens at conventions a lot where people do things unprompted and just physically touch you without permission. That was by far the most uncomfortable thing to watch. Also, just giving you secondhand embarrassment from...
That was the most uncomfortable thing to watch. He lifted her up. He lifted her up. That was nothing. Again, it's weird. Sure, it's weird, but it's not like he tried. What we saw Nina Lynn do several months ago, right, was way fucking worse. Nina Lynn, way worse. She gets off scot-fucking-free. Yeah, I do hope someone picks up the phone because I fucking called it. And yeah, it's not like he tried to kiss her or anything. And if a woman does it, he won't complain. But man, right, if the roles reversed, if the gender's reversed, it wouldn't even be in this video.
What this guy's trying to do, he's trying to play it off, acting like, you know, it was all cool. But man, you could just tell that she was very uncomfortable with the interaction.
Exactly, weakling.
Now, this next clip also...
Anime is weird. Shout, thank you for the $1 due, Asset Warrior. Appreciate you, homie. Anime is weird. You motherfuckers have taken the weirdness away. Anime used to be weird as fuck, and that's why we loved it. Anime was weird as fuck, and that's why we loved it. But now y'all gotta take all the weirdness out of it to you know, cope to your normie sensibilities.
Now, this next clip also got a lot of fans upset.
I don't be doing the anime shit. That shit weird. That anime shit weird.
Okay, wait, why'd you follow me?
I came to stream because hella people come and stream.
Clout chasing tourist. She goes to an anime convention, hating anime just to stream. No, Matt, anime is weird. That's why it's good. Anime is weird, and anime should stay weird. Dude, anime's got all sorts of weird shit in it. And that's why we love it.
Yeah, you could see why that would make a lot of people upset. I mean, you're going to a anime convention, but you don't like anime. You know what I mean? And you're calling it weird. Like, this is a place for people to talk about those type of things because they have maybe no one else around them that they can talk to about it, and to share their interest and their favorite things that's anime related.
Nah, shut the fuck up. Don't be like, there's no one around them they can talk to about it. At the beginning of the video, you said anime is mainstream. At the beginning of the video, you made the claim that anime is mainstream. So either it is or it isn't. Either it's this fucking little niche thing that only dorks and nerds and weebs and otaku are into, and there's no one to talk about, or it's mainstream, it's the biggest fucking thing ever now. And like you said at the beginning of the video, that this is the highest attended DreamCon of all time. 45,000 tickets sold. No. Get the fuck out of here with that.
Obviously, this user says streamers going to DreamCon and having the opinion that anime is weird. Is that not weird? There's TwitchCon you can go to if you're looking to stream. Why go to an anime/gaming convention and then?
Shout out El Murbaugh with a 2-banger. Bad as it sounds, cons are safe places for otakus. I get when you say safe places, you don't mean it in the way that the fucking woke lefty crowd uses, like safe spaces and whatnot. No, you're saying like people like me who in 6th grade was shoved in a locker for drawing Goku. Yeah, you go to a fucking con and it's your people. It literally was like you were around your people. You're absolutely correct. I get what you mean. Like safe havens. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was explaining as well. They're like safe havens, correct.
Knock the media that most people are there for. You know what? I do agree with that take to some sort of extent, but also she was invited there. I mean, if you're invited to a event, at least be respectful to the people that are going.
How do you know she was invited? Streamers show up just to stream at cons all the time, whether they're actually a guest or were invited or not. Like, so no, I don't believe that they were just invited. I wasn't invited to MegaCon. I went to MegaCon to stream as a streamer. I wasn't invited. I wasn't on the fucking guest list.
I just saw the clip and it was so weird because DreamCon is largely known as an anime/gaming convention. RDC made anime skits and are big in the anime community. Streamers coming into the space and disrespecting it, that is weird to me. Yeah, and I 100% agree. I think that you should respect the people that are there and what they're there for. She did come out with an apology video.
And y'all are saying you shouldn't have came to DreamCon if you don't like anime. It's not the fact I was trying to bash on anybody. I strictly just answered the question that someone asked me. There was this one.
Oh, fuck you. Anime's weird shit. That was what you said. Like with that derisive, derogatory tone and terminology. That ain't that anime shit. It's weird. Fuck you.
An anime show that I actually watched was interesting, and I kind of liked it, but it was a long time ago. You guys have to understand, people have opinions. Just like how y'all have opinions, that was just my personal opinion. Now,
yeah, and you went into a space that is predominantly anime fans. Well, actually, probably predominantly tourists. Let's be real, but let's say for a moment, predominantly anime fans, and started talking mad shit. With you've got your opinion. You're free to have that opinion. But it's best to pick and choose when to speak your opinions. Like, I'm pretty anti-fucking Israel. So I'm not going to go to Israel and be like, well, in my opinion, Israel, this whole country should be glassed and burned to the ground. Like, no, that might be my opinion, but I'm going to pick and choose when I fucking say it.
Should I have been smarter with the way I said it or put certain stuff out? Yes, 100%. But sometimes I do just be yapping, and that's something I need to work on with my PR. So, yeah.
I think that her apology was very solid.
Oh my God, what a bitch. What a bitch. I think her apology was solid. No, she was placating a fucking audience because she got dragged and slagged online and she was getting all sorts of hate and she did what everyone else does, which is get bitch made, bend the knee. Matt Stanford is correct. Simp! Absolutely. What a fucking loser. And now, of course, you gotta have a whole ass section about AI art. Oh, the dreaded AI is coming for our gerbs. That's right. Homie's never going to get past the 30 subscriber mark because, let's be real, AI is going to take over.
I'm going to give credit to this TikTok user, YayJBay, for bringing this up. So there was this promotional McDonald's event happening there. Apparently, they had used AI art for their promotional. Now,
well, yeah. You want to know how you can tell it's AI art? Out of curiosity, by the way, I don't give a fuck. McDonald's, use all the AI art you want. I don't give a shit. If you want to know how you can tell that this is AI art, because the black people in it look cool. You can tell it's AI art because it made the black people actually look good.
apparently, they had used AI art for their promotional. Now, the official Dream Convention account tweeted out, at McDonald's, Chef's Remix is coming to DreamCon 2026. The event.
Shout out El Murba with the 2-banger. I have more subs. I haven't made a video in months. Yeah, this dude is a loser, bro. Like, this is one of the most lame-ass, bitch-made, raised by your mama videos I've seen in quite some time. Shout out. Thank you for the 2-banger.
Will include demos led by Southern Cuisine chef Erica Barnett. You'll also be able to build your own anime-inspired McCrispy Strips remix, take home a custom collectible item, spend time at our gaming station, earn a $10 Arch card. McDonald's partnered with the talented black artist Art by Queen Bee to create the anime-inspired artwork that you will see through the activation space. Now, if you go to the artist page, clearly her art does not match what was on the promotional at this event. Now, people were pointing their finger at the artist for lying or maybe scamming the event, but she came out with a statement and said, I don't support AI. I actually drew...
Shocker! Shocker, the shitty artist doesn't support AI. Hold on. That's right. I can't say shitty artists. To be fair, as far as most people bitching about AI goes, these are some of the better ones. Like, you've got nice crease work here. You've got some nice shadowing. The tattoos look like they're falling naturally on the skin. You've got some good shading work in here. The colors are nice and vibrant. So, to be fair, now, again, I fucking hate artists bitching and moaning about AI. But at least, unlike some of the other artists we've covered, this artist seems to have a modicum of talent.
But she came out with a statement and said, I don't support AI. I actually drew/designed 2 characters and licensed them. What happened after that is beyond me, unfortunately. I've never and will never use AI to create. Whoever was the head of this event, they ran her art through an AI to create those images that you see on screen. That just...
Who cares? Was she paid? Was she paid? That's the only question. If she was paid, all right, cool. Shut the fuck up and move on. You got paid. That's all that matters.
Ruined their reputation as an artist, and even people in the comments are giving her some backlash. What could that mean for them? In the future, maybe they won't get a chance to do something like that again because of all that backlash. Hopefully, whoever was running the event can fix that or do anything for them, because honestly, that's really messed up.
Stolen girlfriend. All right. We about to see some true monkey behavior, bro. We're about to see some true monkey behavior, bro.
My girl got took at DreamCon. I'm gonna try to keep it short. It's the first time me and my girl been to DreamCon. We're both excited, but she seems to be in a way more of a good mood than normal. I put her on to RDC in the streaming world only 3 months ago, so her level of excitement doesn't match. So, as we're walking around, I see she keeps looking at people, doing double and triple takes, smiling and all. We go to the bathroom, and she waits outside for me. I come out, she's gone. I'm calling and texting, nothing for 45 minutes. We share...
She for the streets! Yo, girl, a hoe! Bro, imagine being a nerd. I don't know if she's a baddie or not, but let's say you snagged a baddie. You take her to a nerd con, and she catches the eye of a fucking Jack Piccolo cosplayer, and she's having her bat broke in by Namekian Dick. What the fuck?
Locations, but I don't know if it was the Wi-Fi or signal or what, but that shit wasn't working. I finally see her, and her knees are ashy, like bad, and her lipstick or liner or whatever is smeared. Immediately, my thoughts are racing. I relax and not jump to conclusions, because no way, right? I asked her where she was at, and she said, met up with some friend. Anyway, we go back to the hotel and get...
Met up with a friend. Isn't she new to the scene? Didn't he start this post by saying she's new to the scene? Uh-huh. If you're new to the scene, I'm going to take a wild guess that you don't have a lot of friends at this convention. Bro. Them hoes ain't loyal.
Ready for a basketball game. Then she tells me she's not feeling good and wants to stay in and I should go by myself. I go, meet up with my homeboy, come back, she gone again. So me and my dog track her location to a different room. My homeboy knows whose room it is. He played football with that homie. GG's, I'd never played sports. I go back to the room and start packing. She comes in a little while later and lies and says she was just eating food.
I mean, that's not really a lie. She clearly got herself a hot dog. Her friend got a taco. She's not lying.
I play it cool, and say, oh, okay, I'm just packing early. She hops in the shower. I asked my homeboy to get in contact with the football dudes, and to sum it up, homie had my girl picked up from behind the knees. W DreamCon. I'm good, little hurt, but I ain't tripping. They gon' choose. Wow, what an incredible.
Damn, homie. Yeah, bitch isn't even trying to hide it for real. I hope he really is good. I'm gonna be real. I do feel sorry for the guy in this situation. I do. I feel sorry for the guy. I hope he really is good. Yo, fuck that hoe. To be fair, that's not DreamCon's fault. This whole thing is, streamers ruined DreamCon 2026. That in no way, shape, or form is DreamCon's fault. That's a dirty little slut's fault.
Sorry. But that just goes to show that, maybe you shouldn't bring your girlfriend to DreamCon. That guy was right. He was definitely right.
No, you shouldn't bring a hoe to DreamCon. You can't make a hoe into a housewife. Is it Piccolo because it's a planet full of, I think you mean the fatherless, but yes.
Make sure your girlfriend stays home next time.
Damn.
All right, if you made it to the end of...
No, I'm giving you the satisfaction. This video was dog shit. That video was dog shit. Merval, you an evil son of a bitch for that, bro. Making me sit through that. Oh, you make me angry, Mervoth. Damn. Probably a perfect cell cosplayer. That was so funny. We just saw tourist action in work, bro. You did. You paid me, so you made it worth it. You paid me, so you made it worth it. I will accept that. Bro, full on tourists in action. And we continuing because this was also put in the Discord. Why are you looking for black representation in anime? Now, this seems like it's going to be up our alley. We got a black dude here who probably is like Sheep. Probably like Atreus. Probably like Kata. Likes anime. Doesn't want to see it changed. Let's go.
This has been on my mind for a while now. I might get in trouble for asking this, but as a black anime fan, I gotta ask my own community a certain question. Why do you care so much about black representation in anime, manga?
I love that this dude is black and he enunciates. He enunciates better than me. I got that Midwest mush mouth. I couldn't even say that without stuttering. I got that Midwest mush mouth. I'm so happy he's enunciating.
And just Japanese media in general. Why are we projecting modern anime racial politics and demanding representation on creators living in Tokyo? They're in Japan, where 98% of the population is Japanese. Why aren't you putting that energy towards supporting black creators in your own country? Oh,
look at that.
Is it because
he got our boy? Yo, shout out to Mugen Lord. Mugen Lord referenced the video. This is his character right here. That's awesome. Shout out.
when you do, you tell them that their stories and characters aren't black enough? What triggered me to make a video on this topic is that I saw this creator's video on this topic. And you should totally go check out their video once you watch my video, of course. And
guys, y'all want to do it? After this what is obviously common sense video, Do you want to dog on this dumb motherfucker who race swapped Dingy? I think we should do it. Let me know if you guys want to do it.
Tell them that Broken Daydream sent you. Hopefully, I'll remember to leave a link to their video in the description below. So after watching their video, I was like, yeah, they're right. And I just want to throw my 2 cents out there.
Oh, okay. Okay, never mind. All right, we'll still watch this video, but it's good to know that it's a good video. All right, cool. So, yeah, stop believing for blackization. Like, all right.
After watching their video, I was like, yeah, they're right. And I just want to throw my 2 cents out there. The other trigger was this creator's video. He's a...
Yes! Yes, my boy Mugen getting all the love. You'll love to fucking see it.
Black comic book creator, and people say that his characters and stories aren't black enough, quote unquote, and that just made me feel some kind of way. I'm one of those people that's never really cared about representation. The only thing that I really care about is, am I being entertained? Is the show or whatever I'm looking at entertaining? Your show, your comic, or whatever could be filled with black folk, filled with representation, but if it's not entertaining, I'm not gonna watch it. When I do see
Tiger King, this is a video called Why Are You Looking for Black Representation in Anime?
a black character in an anime, I'm like, oh, hey, that's cool. And then I move on with my day. I don't make a huge deal out of it. I don't get immediately attached to the character or anything like that. Before we really get into things, I just want to say that I'm cool with stuff like saying Piccolo or Knuckles is black. I think of it as more of a meme and it's just playful and it's nothing to be taken seriously.
Agreed. If you're doing it for the meme, totally fine. Like, yes, we've all made the Piccolo is black joke or whatnot as the meme. No, he's a strong black dad. Piccolo's a strong black dad. If you're doing it for the meme, cool. If you actually believe that, if you actually think that Piccolo or Knuckles, whatever, black, then you're retarded. You're absolutely retarded. Because no, Knuckles is a red Echidna. Piccolo is a green fucking alien. Obviously, they're not black. But if you're doing it for the meme, I don't give a fuck.
What's good, my nigga?
But what I do think is dumb is chasing a creator off of Twitter/X over something stupid. And of course, what I'm referring to is what happened to the creator of Gachigakuwa, Kei Urana. We're going to be referring to the series as G from here on out because I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. I'm sure most people have heard what happened, so I'm just going to give a quick summarized version of what went down. So what's the situation? Well, it's kind of a snowball effect. So G has some great black characters, but that's kind of where the snowball begins. Let me explain. G is a manga deeply rooted in streetwear, graffiti culture, hip-hop aesthetics, and
Knuckles is an Echidna, but
urban style. Because of that, it naturally attracted a highly diverse Western fan base, specifically black anime fans.
Oh, bro, I gave you a compliment for your enunciation, and you said specifically? You can't be doing that, son. Specifically. Oh, that hurt.
Who saw characters like Jabber, Simiyu, and Corvus as incredible, non-stereotypical black representation, which was great to see, but it was also a trap for the creator. So because of these great black characters and how the series exploded in popularity, that put a hypercritical magnifying glass over the series and the creator. So the first big incident was the stage play. Long story short, the stage play in Japan cast non-black Japanese actors.
The horror! Like, we won't stay on this too long, I covered the Gachiakata stuff extensively when it was going down, but yeah, so far he is spot on.
To play brown-skinned characters, using makeup to darken their skin. Western Twitter/X immediately screamed blackface. Urana explained that she did ask producers directly to hire black actors, but the committee told her that it was too difficult to find fluent black Japanese-speaking actors for theater. Fans...
What a shock. You mean the black people living in Japan aren't fluent in Japanese 9 times out of 10? So they couldn't find black Color me shocked. Sorry, colored me shocked.
Didn't care, they blamed her anyway. From my understanding, blackface is when you use makeup to darken your skin and create a exaggerated caricature of a black person. A dehumanizing caricature, depicting harmful racial stereotypes that black people are lazy, ignorant, cowardly, and the list goes on. I'm pretty sure that's not what's happening during this Japanese production. Maybe I'm blind, but these actors...
Yes. Everyone in the AOT live action was, in fact, Japanese. ever. Like Armin was a Japanese dude with a blonde wig. It was so fucking distracting, but it was so funny. Now, to be fair, the live action AOT movies suck, but that's neither here nor there.
Don't look dehumanizing. If they were trying to be racist, wouldn't they try to make these characters unappealing to look at? Instead, they did the opposite. They're hot, they're attractive, they look accurate to the manga. Secondly, again, why do you care so much about a Japanese stage play? It's being produced in Japan. It's understandable that it's probably hard to find a black guy that speaks fluent Japanese and is an actor who also fits the part. Could they have gone the extra mile to find one? Probably, but who cares?
Honestly, I don't even think so. Not without importing some motherfucker from overseas. No, that is a very, very specific niche. Black must meet the gender of the characters, so male or female, fluent in Japanese, actor. Like, that is a lot. Japan is already 98% Japanese. So you only got 2% of the population that aren't Japanese. Now, of that 2% that's not Japanese, imagine how minuscule the black ones are. Then imagine how minuscule the black ones are from there that speak fluent Japanese. Then imagine how minuscule from there they are that speak fluent Japanese and can act. And then minuscule from there actually fit the look and role of the characters. No, I think there was probably next to nobody in the country that could have done this.
I bet 90% of people who were complaining would have never saw the play in the first place. Now, if this was being produced...
No. 99% of the people complaining. 99% of the people complaining. And Ed in Japanese and FMA in live action was weird. Yeah, I agree.
In America, that would be a different story, but it's not. It's in Japan. The second big incident was the breaking point. Long story short, Urana, the creator, reposted a fun, low-cost cosplay video of a Japanese fan dancing as the character Jabber. To mimic his dreads, the cosplayer tied green leeks into his hair. A massive wave of Western fans called the video racist, arguing that using vegetables to mimic black hair is a historical, mocking caricature. Urana...
No, it would have been mocking if he used fried chicken to match the hair. That's what would have been. If he used fried chicken, I don't know too many black dudes that are all up on their vegetables. I'm gonna be real.
Quickly deleted the story and apologized in Japanese. However, as fans continued to flood her mentions, she began blocking people. The internet took those blocks as a sign that she wasn't actually sorry and continued their harassment. The harassment got so bad that she's like, okay, screw it, and deleted her Twitter/X account. So all of this just because she reposted a cosplay of one of her own characters that she thought was funny? That's crazy. I mean, she didn't know, she apologized and deleted the video. What else do you want?
And she shouldn't have done any of that, by the way. There was nothing to apologize for. There's nothing to not know because it's just a low-cost cosplay. And there's literally no reason to delete the video. How are leeks or veggies racist? My black ass can't compute. I forgot you were black drunk. Oh, I forgot the drunken ferret was black. Even funnier.
I think black fans realize that they're just hurting themselves by doing this type of stuff. Let me explain. I recently watched an episode of Oshinoko where a cosplayer made a twit longer about her bad experience on a show that she was invited on. Ruby's like, hey, I'm glad you got that off your chest, but you kind of went about that the wrong way. Because now the industry might not want to work with cosplayers. They're going to try and avoid them because they're going to be scared that they might do what you did. You know, try and get them canceled. Now apply that to this situation. Other Japanese creators are going to see how their colleague was harassed and chased off Twitter. And now they're going to think twice about adding black characters into their stories. These black...
And nothing of value would be lost.
Black fans want more black representation in anime, but now there's probably going to be less.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
People are just too sensitive online. Everything is racist. Everything is controversial. It's like they want to be offended just so they can complain. So earlier I said, hey, why don't we put this energy towards supporting black creators instead of worrying about what's going on in Japan? But also, like I mentioned earlier, it seems like when they do focus on black creators, they criticize their work, saying that the characters and stories aren't black enough.
Or again, they criticize Eric July because he's a Trump supporter, even though he's not, by the way. Like, I love when the black community comes after Eric July because he's MAGA. When Eric July fucking hates Trump. He is ANCAP to the max and loathes Trump. But because he hangs out with people that support Trump, they assume he does. They don't even care enough about their own fellow black to look into his views, his beliefs, the whole nine. It's amazing.
Watch a clip from this creator's video.
Why are Black creators constantly expected to fit into a social or political box? And why does it feel like we're not allowed to simply exist as ourselves creatively? Because this is something that I personally experienced. Like, ever since I launched Very On Colors Vampire Killers last year in 2025, I've been going to conventions, promoting the comics, spoken with readers, and there's a pattern that I've also noticed while I attended these conventions. A lot of times another Black person would approach my booth and they'll compliment my work. And then eventually the conversation begins to shift. The tone, the feel, the atmosphere between the two of us just start to feel a bit uncomfortable or uneasy for a moment. And suddenly I am hit with that question. And that question is, why don't your comics represent us? Or your characters don't look Black? Or this feel too inspired by anime?
Again, it's crazy to me that he's being criticized for that. Go watch the full video if you got a chance.
If you guys are new viewers and you weren't watching me when I covered this, by the way, because Mugen's my friend. Mugen's my homie. Mugen's been one of my like longest friends on this platform. He and I met when I think I was sub 1,000. Like I had less than 1,000 subs when Mugen met. Mugen and I met. Dude is an absolute legend. Watch his video. Watch my coverage of this video. It is amazing. Mugen is such a great dude. In fact, if I got any mods in here, drop a link to his channel, please.
Leave a link in the description below and tell them that Broken Daydream sent you. So I ask once again, why do you care so much? Why are you looking to an island nation on the other side of the globe for culture validation? Anime is a uniquely Japanese art form produced by Japanese companies, primarily for a Japanese audience. What did the community accomplish by chasing her off Twitter? We didn't defeat racism. All you did was scare off an author who actually appreciated urban culture. All you did was prove to the entire Japanese manga industry that interacting with Western fans is a liability. I don't see any other group of people.
And it is. Interacting with Western fans is not liability. I want to correct him here. I get what he's trying to say, but he's wrong. Interacting with tourists is a liability. Interacting with real fans, interacting with actual Western anime fans who love the medium and don't want to see it changed or altered, love it for what it is, will never be a mistake. That's why you've got people like Zaruki or whatever his name is, the Japanese politician who follows Chibi reviews and they have like conversations and stuff. There is nothing wrong with the Japanese populace interacting with American anime fans or Western anime fans in general if they are actually fans. The problem is tourists. And I don't think the problem is well known enough in Japan for them to be able to differentiate between what is a tourist and what is an actual fan.
Acting like this, I'm pretty sure Hispanics love their anime, but they're even less represented, but you don't see them acting like fools. For example, there was a small controversy where a author of a light novel named their character straight up Latina. And guess what? They didn't chase the author off of Twitter because of it. They were like, oh, okay, and then moved on with their day. The author did later explain, hey, I just used AI to try to come up with a South American name, and that's the name it came up with. My bad. Look, it's cool to see Black characters in anime, and it's okay to criticize if you feel like a Black character isn't written well. And it's cool if you...
But here's the thing. It's okay to criticize if any character isn't written well. Like, that's my biggest issue with so much modern anime. Is that a lot of them, they're not written well compared to the anime, the glory days. Now, again, that's not every anime, but take something like Sentenced to Be a Hero. Sentenced to Be a Hero is dog shit, right? I got 5 episodes in. I rarely drop anime. Maybe I'll go back to it just so I can say I finished it. But Sentenced to Be a Hero had some of just the weakest fucking characterization of literally every fucking character of any anime I've seen recently. Does not the skin color completely irrelevant. Shout out, thank you, guys. Carry on. Appreciate you dropping the link from my boy Mugen Lord. So yeah, criticize badly written characters because we should want good shit. We should want well written shit.
Want to see more Black representation, but you shouldn't demand or expect it. Well, that's my stance. What do you guys think? Please leave your comments down below. And if you like this video, like the video. And if you like me, subscribe to me. And as always, this has been Broken, and I'll catch y'all next time.
Shout out, great video. We're gonna watch the other one he was referring to. And yeah, I actually do plan on watching Mushoku Tensei. Did he link it down here below like he said he was going to? Yes, he did.
This part might sound
excellent. So this is the video he said inspired him to make that one. And it's titled Stop Looking for Black Representation in Japanese Manga. I love it. Let's go.
funny to other groups, but I got to get my insurance ready. I
am black. I have no problems with being black. I have lived every day of my life as a black man, and I will continue to live life as a black man.
I will give the links when this one is done.
I'm cool with the 4C. I'm cool with the melanin. I'm cool with the nose and lips. None of that is a problem to me. If I went to Fontaine, the locals would look at me sideways, and that's fine. I can't stop them. If I went to Inazuma, they think I was a demon. That sucks, but I gotta live with it. Anyways, to be honest, this subject has been stuck in the back of my head for years, but I didn't really sit down to think about it until recently when some drama surrounding this one manga blessed my feed. Basically, this lady that made this manga posted some comedic reel to her Instagram account, and it made a lot of people mad. Which is whatever, I don't really care about that part. However, I did see a lot of people using this incident to complain about black representation in manga.
I love that he put people in quotes. He's like, yeah, no, animals. Y'all animals. Like, anyone that is complaining about representation or whatnot while not giving a fuck about your own community, animal. Why do we not see Puerto Ricans do this? Like in all reality, why do we not see Puerto Ricans do this?
Which is so incredibly funny to me. Why the hell are you going to Japanese media for decent representation? This has never made any sense to me, and seeing it now finally made me realize how odd this sentiment is. I never see any kind of fan art for original black characters on my feed on any app.
True! No fan art for original black characters because it's always race swap template covers of existing characters. It's always Denji. It's always Goku. It's always black Naruto and black Sasuke and black Kakashi and black Sakura Haruno. Yeah, nah. There's never, nobody's out there doing like original shit for Rippaverse. Obviously, Rippaverse is doing original shit. I mean, there's no these black fans or whatnot that are doing it. It's absolute inanity. It's times like this because I forget how large my black audience is. It's not that I need to be like, man, I appreciate the fuck out of you guys for being fucking normal.
All I ever see are black edits of characters. Let's be honest here, these are stupid and pathetic. Instead of seeking out actual black art to support and make fan content of, I see people making these dumb edits of mostly Japanese characters. I've always wondered how people over there react to this kind of thing. All I'll say is, if I ever saw a Japanese person editing Rustman to look like Heihachi, I would have a problem. Now, to be fair, some edits are at least kind of excusable. Like, for example, when people edit Genshin Impact characters that are from Natlan and Sumeru. Those regions are based on cultures where the people definitely don't look like this. So it's fair.
Don't care. It's fiction. I disagree with them here. It's fiction. If they want their characters...
Those regions are based on cultures where the people definitely don't look like this.
If this is what the market wants... It's a Chinese game. If this is what the market wants, design your characters as such. No, don't be doing fucking race swap edits, even of shit like this. I don't care if the culture is based on XYZ. If you're only doing it for more representation, then you're doing it for the wrong reasons.
So it's fair to edit them to be darker or whatever. It's honestly really annoying to see people scream and cry about black representation in manga instead of supporting black creatives. Like, respectfully, why do people care so much about people that are literally across the ocean? We have plenty of stuff over here that you can enjoy if you want to see black people. This, of course, isn't to say that you can't criticize how black people are often portrayed overseas, but I see a lot more people talking about that stuff than supporting things over here. This video has no structure at all, so I should really just...
Tyler is correct, by the way. Dark characters don't sell in China. It's a Chinese game, and dark characters don't sell in China. Obviously, when your biggest market is China, you're going to want to cater to that fucking audience.
Ask the bombshell question. Does all of this stuff stem from racial insecurity? I don't have the knowledge or vocabulary to word this part properly, but what is it about being represented by overseas artists that is so titillating to some people? I just do not understand it, man. Who cares if mangaka don't want to draw us, dude? Why does it seem like the end of the world to some if they don't have us in their stuff? It would be so insane to me if I made a comic that was black as hell and I started getting messages from Japanese fans talking about some, why don't you have any Japanese in your comics?
Bro broke out the voice. Bro broke out the Asian samurai wise master voice based.
Because I don't want to? The hell? There's no obligation for anyone to be in anything. And before you guys pull the, well, they use our culture so we should be represented, white people could use this argument to say that they belong in manga, even though they're already in a lot of stuff over there. There are several words in Japanese that are just English loan words. Do white people not have an obligation to be in manga and anime? Hell, manga is heavily inspired by comics, right? Weren't early comics made by Jewish people? Correct me if I'm wrong, please, but does this now mean...
He kind of nailed it, though. Yeah. Almost all the most famous early comics. Superman. And Stan Lee didn't obviously create Marvel, but he rose through the ranks and became the face of Marvel very quickly. Stan Lee was Jewish. Like, yeah, dude is spot on.
Mean that Jews have an obligation to be in manga and anime? I'm pretty sure there's restaurants over there that are based on other cultures, like Mexican and Italian restaurant.
I despise comics. Jews are okay. I despise mainstream Marvel and DC comics. There are comics that are still good that aren't those two. I still love Ninja Turtles, bro. Ninja Turtles, great comic.
Do Mexicans and Italians now have an obligation to be in manga and anime? This argument makes absolutely no sense, and I've actually seen people say this, by the way, so don't think that this came out of nowhere. It's fine to want to be represented, but you should first seek out things made by your people, not things made by literal outsiders. I might just be on the right side of TikTok, but I see no other group acting like this. It's just so odd to me. A lot of you by this point have probably noticed something. I keep saying that people should support.
To be specific, I despise comics aesthetics and publishing model. Oh, in that regard, I like the publishing model. I absolutely agree with. When you say aesthetics, I still would say that's probably more of a commonality amongst the big two. But yeah, fair enough.
Smaller Black creators, but I haven't really shown anything like that yet. Now, this is going to be very funny, but I don't even really have anything to recommend. Because the few things I do see from Black creators don't really look appealing to me, like, at all.
Because, back to what Mugen said in his video when we reacted to it, like, a few weeks ago, a month ago, whatever it was, most other Black comic creators make it all blackety black. And if that's not going to appeal to the vast majority of people, and even appeal to a lot of other Black people like Mugen Lord, then yeah. I'm not surprised this dude right here has nothing that he can recommend. Because if he's into anime, if he's into manga, if he's into gaming, then blackety black comics aren't going to do much for him. Who cares if it's made by someone of his same skin color?
To be honest, I have a theory on why most Black, like, indie things go nowhere, but if I said why, a lot of people would get very, very mad at me. Oh, and before you guys call me a hypocrite...
I want to know why, dude. You should have just fucking said why, god damn it.
The difference is that I'm not out here harassing Japanese creators off Twitter or anything. I'm just being honest about my disinterest. I really have nothing else to say, nor do I have any reason to try to pad out the runtime or anything. I hope to see people plugging underground Black creators in the comment section. If not, then I think the point of this video was missed. Anyways, that's all for now. This is Ultra Semi, and I'm out of here. Y'all have a good one. Peace.
Good video. I'll drop the link for this one as well as the last one. Give me one. All right, so here's the link for this one. And
this has been on my...
Here's the link for this one. Guys, again, it's very, very well known that even though, you know, we call ourselves the bigot army and we make all these racist jokes, shit like this, like, at the end of the day, I love seeing Mugen Lord success. I love seeing New Blackstreet success. I love seeing Jazz and Sparks, Sheep, all of them, dude, because they're awesome. They're great people. Why are they great people? Because they're just good fucking people. Skin color got a damn thing to do with it. Atreus, Kata, Mugen Lord, they would be dope as fuck if they were white or Maybe not Jewish, but that's for totally different reasons. Although with the way that fucking Atreus spends money, you would think he was Jewish. That's neither here nor there. Like this need, this disgusting need for these black tourists to say, oh, well, what about me? What I mean, fuck you. And it's not even just black tourists. It really is anyone that wants to change anime, manga, video games, whatever it may be, to cater to their bullshit Western sensibilities. It is something that I loathe. It's something that I will always loathe. Because if you were not here for the thing, if you want to change the thing, why did you come here in the first place? Because you don't love it. You love the attention you get from it. That's what you love, the attention. You love the clout. You love the clicks on X. And it's so fucking tiring. Alrighty. Where were we at? Oh, I want to address the comment real quick. Lithium Lux Eterna at one point. So Lithium Lux Eterna said, I'm not going to scroll up and find it, but he said, I feel like I never know when the show starts. So I have my schedule posted as a pinned comment on my X. That being said, normally the show starts at 1 p.m. on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Was not able to do it yesterday because my internet was out from noon to almost 6 p.m. And then yesterday, in yesterday's stream, I ran a poll asking if you guys prefer the Wednesday and Thursday shows being at 3 Central Time instead of 1 Central Time. Overwhelmingly, the poll said 3. The poll tied in the Discord, but did not get very many votes at all. So I'm just sort of running today as a test. Like I started the show at 3 p.m. Central Time to run a test to see how it would do algorithmically. Because the 1 p.m. start time, it's like 11 a.m. for people on the West Coast. It's a little too early. At least it seems like it might be a little too early. So yeah, I'm running with the idea of changing the Wednesday and Thursday shows to 3 p.m. Obviously, if you guys, the vast majority of you don't like that, if you preferred the 2-hour earlier start time, both YouTube and Kick, obviously this goes to both of you guys, let me know. But that is why the show was harder to find today. Because first of all, YouTube does not like it when you change time slots. And if you missed the show yesterday, you probably didn't hear that I was doing it at 3 instead of 1 today. Why not 2 p.m. As an in-between? I just like working with odd numbers, if I'm going to be completely honest. Like, I do my Friday show at 11:30. I do my Tuesday show at 7. The only show I do during the week that has an even number start time is Countercast, or starts at 6. Like, it's purely just a personal. I didn't put a whole lot of thought into it. I just prefer working with odd numbers. So 11, 7, 3, 1. Start early, but end at the same time, peak. Well, so the Wednesday and Thursday shows usually are just we end when we end. Like we end when I run out of the content I want to cover for the day. But I always want to do like a minimum of 2 hours. So minimum of 2 hours. We can go 3, 4, 5. We went 4 hours yesterday. We went 4.5 hours yesterday. Actually, we started at 7 p.m. We didn't get done till about 11:30. Yesterday was awesome. Yeah, I do have a schedule. For those of you guys that don't know, I do have a schedule. Monday, Countercast is at 6. Tuesday, Temple of Haters is at 7. Wednesday and Thursdays were at 1, but again, thinking of changing them to 3 if that would be better for you guys. Friday is at 11:30. Saturday is just whenever SNH ends. Honestly, Saturday is just whenever SNH ends. And then Sunday, if we do a Sunday special stream, because we have to hit tier 3 on Friday to get the Sunday stream, but those are usually between 7 and 8 start time. Because Sunday is traditionally my day off, so I like to do that one a little bit later in the evening, but I also have to have time to put the show together and everything. So all in all, that's the schedule. It's posted. It's the pinned post on my X account for those of you guys that use X. And it's pinned somewhere in the Discord. I think I have a stream schedule section, so it's in the Discord. But I might have to make some changes since we might be moving these streams to 3. But just let me know. Yay, nay. Yes, very much so. Very much so. But just let me know here on the Discord. Right now in the live chat, if you prefer the 3 p.m. Central Time start time for this show. Obviously, I probably wouldn't call it the lunch hour anymore because 3 p.m. is notably after lunch. But yeah, all in all, I just want to do what would be best, A, for you guys and also for me algorithmically. Obviously, I do this for a living, so it needs to be what makes the most sense. But there's no point in me putting on shows that you guys may or may not be able to see because at the end of the day, I do it for you guys with the community. The Bigot Hour, I want to steal Hypnos branding. I have to come up with like a synonym or something. To the minute I start work, so I'll always be a tad late. But this word, I mean, and that's fine by me. If it's good for you, it's again, I just want to make sure that those that watch my content get to experience it in the easiest way possible. Now, that being said, we got one more story. It's finally catching up to him. Hamas, Osama bin Laden, Dog Shocker, Fucker, Piker, it's all coming home to roost. The Destiny Hassan crash out has been legendary. Let's go.
This is Destiny talking about me. Uh-oh, here we go. That happened, like the thing that happened on Saturday, where he goes to an event, Destiny goes to the event, Destiny isn't let into the event because he's in the event.
Can I just say how fucking ironic it was that fucking loser at the front was like, well, we're not going to let you guys in because you might cause a scene or you might cause a commotion, blah, 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 whatever.
So for you guys that don't know, if you weren't watching yesterday, Hassan got let into an event and basically bullied the event runners into not letting Destiny in. Can you get a link to the Discord? The Discord is members only, so become a member and you can absolutely get a link.
But Hassan decides to show up in a fucking Mao suit and then give a speech that's now like ricocheting all across the fucking internet, that everybody is like seizing on this to look at how fucking insane and unhinged and crazy this organization has become. It's like, and I was the one that was supposed to cause the trouble. Okay, chief.
Insane. Like, this is
he's right.
Public event. That he's right. Both of you. Keep in mind that Hassan is literally trying to get a restraining order to avoid accountability for the exact same thing that he complains to and he criticizes me for. Is that he criticizes me constantly that I won't go out and debate and argue with people and go to these events. I have no interest in doing any of this, by the way. I don't like doing it. That's just, I mean, it's always the way it's been, right? But he tries to attack me that way. But meanwhile, at the same time, not only is he not willing to do that with Destiny, but he's...
It is so fucking crazy that Hassan sped up is the way Destiny speaks normally. Adderall, boys, not even once.
Trying to maliciously use the justice system to enforce a safe space so he never gets confronted with any ideals that he disagrees with.
True.
That's a problem.
True.
So maliciously, yeah, exactly. Restraining orders and everything we're known for, according to Shoppiest Dog. Yeah, I think so too. And what is this here?
Unserious.
Both people, Destiny and Hassan, are incredibly problematic people to the platform. Destiny has a lot of accusations of people for doing things, and I don't even know if they're true or not. But there's like clips of him talking about, you know, like saying the N-word. Like Destiny has a lot of baggage, is really what my point is, and so does Hassan. Hassan has.
Don't even try to deny this. Don't even try to act like this.
A huge amount of baggage. Like both of them.
Destiny, say something. For the love of Christ, I want to either criticize you or, God forbid, agree with you. Say something, please.
Are optically problematic. Like, and they are extremely optically problematic. I would even argue, in my opinion, that they are both more optically problematic than I am. Like, with some of the accusations that have been made about the two of them, that's like infinitely worse than anything that I've ever said.
True. Asmongold has said fucked up shit that frankly is almost always true and almost always fucking hilarious. But it's still fucked up shit nonetheless. At least that's optically how the internet perceives it at times. There's hate brigades and crusades against Asmongold because he says shit that most other people are not willing to say. Now, in my opinion, Asmongold doesn't go far enough. I get it. It's probably because of TOS, but Asmongold doesn't go far enough. That being said, oh no, Asmongold says, mean shit. Destiny and Hassan have actual, like, harmful allegations against them. Harmful allegations. Like Destiny being a fucking like sexually assaulting people. Hassan has the same. Hassan has allegations. Not even allegations. All absolutely true of platforming terrorists. Nothing that Asmongold has ever done comes close to the optics for Destiny and Hassan.
It's not even close.
It's such a strange.
Am I wrong though?
Strange thing for this. I think that where we're at politically, that might actually be true, I think.
Whoa! Did Destiny just admit that he agrees with Asmongold? That's fucking... I expected him to have a melty. I won't lie. I expected Destiny to be like shadowboxing Asmongold while also fighting Hassan. I thought it was going to be like two retards fighting plus Asmongold getting in the middle just for the fucking lulz. This is funny.
They're all accusations, by the way. I'm not saying any of these things are true. It seems like, by the way, if Destiny did do something that was really bad, a guy who's been on the internet for over 15 years, you'd have something worse than like a few Discord logs that are dubious from 2012. Like, I will say that, like, I'm not going to go out on a limb and accuse a guy of doing something when it's like, okay, this is like some random fucking post, right?
Well, he did suck Nick Fuentes' dick. I'm pretty sure that's all but confirmed. He did suck Nick Fuentes' dick.
Discord, Skype, or whatever.
Asmongold says a lot of crazy shit, but it's kind of in line with all of the MAGA stuff. It really is. Yeah, I don't know.
A real force to be.
Yeah, I say crazy stuff, but most people seem to agree with it. That's and also like and what my point is that like whenever you have accusations of like personal bad behavior, that's separate than like a political viewpoint, right? It is, and that's they're on different spectrums, right?
With within the liberal Democratic Party, when the Democrats don't want anything.
Well, if it wasn't true, then why are you spending so much time talking about him?
True.
Why are you afraid of debating him? And why do you want to excommunicate him from events that you're going to be at because you're afraid he'll confront you?
True. And even the debate, it's not like he has to debate me. I doubt we're ever gonna have a conversation. But like the idea of like he can't.
I think that there will come a time where Hassan will acquiesce and will capitulate, and he will negotiate and talk to Destiny.
I don't. No, I think Asmongold is totally wrong here. I think that Hassan is so bitch made, so terrible. Because here's the deal: Hassan had set up a debate with Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk got, for those guys that don't remember, Charlie Kirk got murdered 2 weeks before the debate with him and Hassan. Hassan will debate people like Charlie Kirk. He'll debate right-leaning figures. He won't debate left-leaning figures like Destiny. And here's why. And this is not to cap for Destiny, because if you guys watch yesterday's stream, you know I fucking hate Destiny. I think Destiny is a moron. So this is not me supporting Destiny. This is just me laying out the facts. Destiny, comparatively to Hassan, has more normal political views. Not by much, but he does. Destiny has more normal, regular Democrat political views, which are still fucked up because they're Democrat views, but they're still normal Democrat views compared to Hassan, who is a full-on communist. If Destiny and Hassan were to debate, Destiny would expose Hassan for not actually being a leftist, but for being a full-on communist. It would be so much more destructive to have somebody who is supposedly, like, at least tangentially on the same side as you, expose you for being the extremist that you are. Destiny's going to be debating Andrew Wilson this coming weekend. I can't wait. Debate Con, we've got Destiny versus Andrew Wilson. We are going to commentate over that whole debate. It's going to be legendary. Destiny will debate anyone. He will debate Andrew Wilson, but Hassan runs from Destiny. Destiny should be in prison. Hassan should be under the prison ban. I don't disagree with that whatsoever. Absolutely.
I think it will happen. I do. And the reason why I think it will happen is because it will be good content.
Agreed.
And there will be a situation like that.
This comment has more weight than people realize. It's pretty wild considering that Destiny basically decided to sextuple down on insulting and mocking the dude who got killed during one of the assassination attempts on Trump. That is the point that we're at. Destiny is more normal than Hassan, and normal for Destiny is sextupling down on saying the guy that got killed during the assassination of Trump attempt deserved it. He said it multiple times on his own streams, on Piers Morgan, on X. He said the hero, the man at the that was killed during the attempted assassination of Trump deserved it. And yet Destiny is still more normal than Hassan. That says so much about the state of the modern left, and then communism after that. Then Destiny All Services Andrew after that's funny. Yeah, the guy was a firefighter shielding other people with his own body. Yes, that is correct.
I can't say the reason why I think it's going to happen, but I can abbreviate it where I think that there will be a problem. And if Hassan continues going down the path that he's going, I think that he will get, like, I don't know if he's going to get deplatformed, but like there's going to be something problematic that will happen to him. Like
he should already be deplatformed, and not because I'm advocating for censorship, because I'm advocating for TOS being enforced equally, and TOS is not enforced equally whatsoever. So while I am anti-censorship, either all the people that have been permabanned from Twitch need to come back, or Hassan needs to be permabanned from Twitch. One of the two, because there needs to at least be an equal playing field in terms of TOS enforcement.
Institutionally, I think that this will happen, and I think this will affect his career in a big way if he continues going down the path that he's going right now. Like you have, like, for example, like he recently framed a newspaper article of like the day after 9/11. You don't need to, like, what are you doing, right? Like, how is this helping your cause? How are you going to say that, like,
I never will.
I just want free healthcare, and then frame a new?
Here's the thing about apologizing. South River Studios. There are times to apologize. If you say or do something out of pocket that you yourself feel like was out of pocket and you are actually genuinely remorseful for, not just apologizing to placate anyone. If you say or do something out of pocket, you're like, fuck. All right, that was wrong. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have done that. Like, that's not cool. When the whole thing that went down with Abu Bakr Salim back on SNH ages ago, right? When we had Sammy on as a guest. And Sammy was, making jokes about how Abu Bakr Salim's dad wasn't in his life. And then Abu Bakr comes out and says that, his dad had recently died. Sammy felt bad about that. He wouldn't have made a fatherless black joke about a man's dad if he had known that his dad actually just recently died. So Sammy apologized. Sammy didn't apologize to placate a mob. No offense to Sammy. I love Sammy. He's my co-host on Tinfoil Haters, but he's barely got any views. Like Sammy does not have much of a YouTube presence whatsoever. He apologized because he actually felt bad and it was the right thing to do in his eyes. That's when apologizing is fine. If TOS is company law, you don't have a law which apply against certain targets. You have approval. Exactly. Oh, what up, Hojo? Yeah, I did not realize it was you. My bad. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I'm the same way. Don't apologize for hurting people's feelings if we're saying fact. Right, exactly.
Newspaper article about 9/11. You see what I'm saying? So that's the kind of stuff that, like, I think that he is flying increasingly closer to the sun, and eventually he is going to go over the line with this, and it's going to be, I think, very problematic.
He went over the line when he brought actual terrorists on stream and promoted them and supported them. Hassan went over. You could argue he went over the line before that, but I'll be conservative about it and say that's when Hassan went over the line. Hassan went over the line when he brought terrorists on his stream, anti-American terrorists, the death to America types that want to murder and kill us, and decided to just ask him questions about One Piece and tell him how much we all in America support him. So waiting for Salim to apologize to me. His game sucks. I say it sucks because it sucks, not because he's black, as he alleged. Yeah, he did apologize to me, to be fair. Abu Bakr did apologize to me, and I haven't heard from him in a long time.
And I think he's getting really close to it already. And somebody, you link this here? Yeah. Is this... Jesus, bro. Like, I really just can't, like, yeah, I can't get away from this clip. Give me 1 second. Okay. Is that he's trying to avoid things
also,
that happen,
you might have noticed
I'm so annoyed about this audio. Sorry. You might have noticed the change behind
the
me.
Cutie Cinderella, a newspaper from 9/11, the morning of 9/12. The newspaper right there, the newspaper that covered 9/11. It's now officially sitting behind me.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, and this is right next to, by the way, a photo of the Queen Elizabeth with her eyes crossed out. I mean, this is detestable.
Guys, you want to know the most shameful thing about all this? You want to know the most, not only did he frame the 9/11 poster, he is proud. He is happy because, again, he wants to see the death of the West. He wants to see America fall. He is a communist, terrorist-supporting Muslim who hates everything the West stands for. But do you want to know the biggest bitch of the bunch? I guarantee you he's never even plugged in this GameCube. I guarantee you he has never even plugged in this GameCube. I got a GameCube. My GameCube's sitting right there. You guys can see it. That's my childhood GameCube I played my entire life. You know, good goddamn well. It's just for show. Hassan's never played that GameCube.
It's detestable. It's off-putting. It's weird. Somebody sees, like, you see something like this, it's weird, man. It's just weird to do this. It's deranged. And I think that I think he's edging closer to this, right? And as with a lot of like kind of extremism behavior, I think that once it starts accelerating, it's like things begin to like gain momentum. It's an overperformance. Yeah, you're totally overplaying this.
Moved the North Korean poster up in place of the fan art.
Uh-huh.
Guys, he took down the fan art because people called out that it was furry fan art of him getting railed by another dude, or him railing another dude, whichever it was. I don't remember. Either way, it was furry fan art of Hassan on his wall. We pointed out on stream a couple weeks ago of him either getting railed or railing another dude. That was the sort of fan art he had of himself on his... Yeah, that's what it was. It was the diaper furry fan art. The diaper furry fan art. And he replaced it with a North Korean flag. This dude is a joke. Absolutely. North Korea. What a dumb, spineless dick.
We're going to find a new place to put all the fan art.
Nothing will happen for him. Nothing happened to Alex Jones until he got deplatformed on every single place in one day overnight. Nothing happened until everything happened instantaneously. Like, he got deplatformed on and he got sued. Yeah, exactly.
Don't you worry. Okay. But in any case, ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, and MBs, that's a PSA 10, by the way. That 9/11 poster, or not the 9/11 news article, is a PSA 10.
Yeah, there you go, right? And so this is exactly what somebody like this would do, right? And there's been telling this guy's evil for a while, claiming it wasn't a Temu Mao cosplay. This is a direct quote. Oh yeah, I'll see if I can find this in a minute. And I haven't seen this yet. Let me look at it. So, drops a Maoist dog whistle.
That it is our job to always seek truth from facts.
Yeah, I mean, he's flying really, really close to the sun. He is. And I think that he is one mishap away from getting deplatformed. Like, and let me just add everything together, right?
I don't get how that can be the case. I really don't. I don't get how he can be one mishap. And I hope Asmongold's right, mind you. I hope Asmongold's right. But I don't see how he can be one mishap away from anything crashing down when he has been allowed to promote actual terrorists on his stream. When he has been allowed to celebrate and show off how to make the handmade weapon, the homemade gun that killed Shinzo Abe. When he has actively called for the death of sitting Republican politicians. What does he have to do? Nina Lin didn't even get a permaban for sexually assaulting people live on Twitch. Nina Lin didn't get a permaban for sexually assaulting people live on Twitch. What could Hassan possibly do to actually get this permaban? Evan with a 2-banger. Asman has too much faith in the system being just. I agree. I absolutely agree. I don't know why Asmongold got to witness Tectone getting, cop a 2-week ban for calling Frogan a fat bitch, which she is. Asmongold witnessed himself getting I don't remember how long the ban was, but at least a 1-week ban for saying the objectively correct thing about how what's going on in the Middle East is a dog shit primitive culture. How he can still have faith in a just system, at least when it comes to Twitch, is crazy to me. Now, maybe he's referring to the legal system, what with Hassan being subpoenaed over the Cuba trip. Maybe things will escalate beyond Twitch, and that's what Asmongold means. I hope that is the case. Because, at the end of the day, criminal acts were done, and that needs to be addressed, but
you have a person who has gone on record and said that it is a lesser of two evils that white women get raped. You've said that America deserved 9/11, and in a vacuum, and if that's the only thing that you had said, and you were just a typical Democrat, you could easily say that and play that off and say that like American imperialism caused destabilization of the Middle East, and it caused a backlash event, right? I think that people can understand that, but the problem is that you didn't just say that. Then you were also talking about like Taliban members putting their dicks in Dan Crenshaw's eye or something like that. Now you're framing a newspaper article of the day after 9/11. You're wearing a Mao's, yeah, he got banned for that. He got suspended for that one. And that was not a good one, right? Oh yeah, saying to kill Rick Scott, tweeting out the picture of the gun.
I have actually seen still images of this on X, Adam. Oh, sorry. He technically got banned for a week, not 2 weeks. Either way, shout out, quick runner. How you doing?
Used to kill Shinzo Abe, and this is bad. Let me see if I can find it. And I don't think he understands this, because like Hassan, and this is the issue, right? Is that he's this is a new one. This just happened today, right? He's been insulated from a lot of consequences for doing a lot of these things, right? Like an average person, like if you tweet out the schematic of a gun used to assassinate a politician at a politician that you disagree with, it's very obvious that you're baiting people into assassinating that politician. That's very clearly what you're trying to do. And so then now there's also the Cuba thing, and you're getting investigated theoretically by the government. This is like this. I mean, this is really gaining a lot of momentum here, right? And now you're dressing up.
And again, not to defend Destiny, but I would just like to remind you guys, because remember, this whole arc started with two retards fighting, Destiny versus Hassan. So this is not to defend Destiny, but hearing everything that Hassan has said and done, and knowing that he is a Nepo anchor baby, raised in Turkey, who does not value the concept of America at all. And yet Destiny was the one that wasn't allowed in the event. Now, again, I don't like either. I think that both should be fucking exiled just from this goddamn country. But the idea that this anti-American communist douche canoe was the one that got to speak at this event and then bully the event runners into not even allowing Destiny entry despite the fact that he bought a ticket, that says a lot about the way things are going.
As Mao Zedong, you're quoting him, etc. This can't keep going on. Like you can't keep doing this. Like eventually, like I can guarantee you that advertisers are complaining about this. I can guarantee you that there is a point where the dam breaks and a person like this gets deplatformed everywhere. And so that's really what happens. This is the other tweet. Destiny actually went over it, and I'll look at it and see it, right? Not soon enough. And that's what I think is going to happen. And I'm saying this as somebody, like, I don't really want, if you want me to be honest, like, it's beneficial for me that Hassan is on the platform because it gives me content to talk about and it's something to do, right? And it brings more.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. If Hassan were to be permabanned from every platform and not be able to make content, and therefore not give me content to talk about, I would be A-okay with that. I would be 1,000%. I would rather Hassan be gone and me have to find a different avenue for content than keep him around just so I can make money farming him. Like the moral and the philosophical and the ethical implications of Hassan being allowed to perpetuate this propaganda, is far more egregious and absolutely worth me losing income just to have him gone.
People into the ecosystem. So, like, from a very selfish personal perspective, like, I don't even want to see Hassan get banned. Now, as viewers, I can see why people don't like Hassan. They don't want to see Hassan. But my point is that, like, I'm not even advocating for this. What I'm saying is that if you don't watch yourself, I think he is going to get banned. I think that you are flying way too close to the sun with this kind of stuff. This is very, very, very problematic. I think it's incredibly dangerous. It is extremely dangerous. And you had today, so this is what happened. Hassan Piker, last July, Hassan Piker was publicly praising the effectiveness of menacing politicians. 3 months later, one of his fans followed his...
I'm gonna roll this back so I can hear Asmongold say this, but I want to respond to this. Hassan being banned from social media would turn him into a shadow agent. We wouldn't be able to track him when he says, but that's okay because and that is preferable to the alternative of being out there in public because his largest demographic is kids. His largest demographic are people in roughly the 15-year-old age range. The brainwashing he is doing to who knows how many thousands upon thousands of teenage minds, I think, is more damaging than him being in the background. That is my belief on it. Like, yeah, he could still be like Nick Fuentes is still out there and whatnot, but Nick Fuentes got banned off everything. Asmongold losing Twitch, which is the platform the kids go to watch him, would be far more beneficial in the long run, if only for the lack of brainwashing that he can do to them.
Advice praising ad today. So this is what happened. Hassan Piker last July, Hassan Piker was publicly praising the effectiveness of menacing politicians. 3 months later, one of his fans followed his advice and was arrested shortly afterwards in this unsealed federal indictment. So this is what he said.
874 Bellevue Drive, and I'm gonna kill you with my AR-15. Like that's the type of messages they were leaving in this dude's office, and he's resigning. Like he's literally, this is his last term. So I think that people are a lot more.
So he's basically saying that like all the death threats and the people threatening to kill this politician or this person, now this person's resigning, and this is like, and there's like a cheering.
And that is a perfect example of my point. When I say the brainwashing that Hassan is doing to these kids, 15, 16, 17-year-old kids that don't know any better, don't know how the way the world works. Again, these are minors. He is influencing minors to put death threats in politicians' mailboxes. Yes, him being off platform would be the most beneficial thing that could possibly happen. Because now, obviously, there's deranged adults doing this as well. I'm not saying it's all kids. You got your dumbass girls in their 30s who think that he's hot and they watch him and whatnot, even though they don't understand goddamn thing about geopolitics. Like someone said earlier in the chat, you got gay dudes. Gay dudes fucking love Hassan. But the fact of the matter is, I would wager a guess that a lot of these threats that he's referring to, that he is now lauding as the reason this politician is resigning, came from his young viewers. It is sickening.
Right? There's people cheering for this. So this is the problem, right? Is that you do have, today, I guess, there was something that came out where apparently somebody who committed a crime was a fan of his. And it looks really, really bad. I mean, like, I don't think he understands how bad this looks.
United States District Court.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can, Zero Dozer. You are incorrect. And I get you're incorrect because you're Brazilian. You don't understand our laws. You can denaturalize citizens and deport them. Me and Sevi were talking about that. In fact, Sevi, my lawyer girlfriend, sent me in 2 different news articles this morning about this happening. You can, in fact, denaturalize citizens and deport them. It's incredibly fucking rare, but it legally can be done. So you are incorrect.
Versus Blake Govia. Criminal complaint. The defendant did threaten to assault and murder ST. I don't know what that means. A member of the immediate family of a United States senator with intent to retaliate against the United States senator on account of the performance of his official duties.
So this,
yes, he can legally be denaturalized, by the fact that, with him being an anchor baby, if he is found to be, now don't quote me on this. I have to ask Sevi to make sure because she's the lawyer, not me. But basically, if he is found to have committed criminal acts, and he is not, and he was not raised here in America, because yes, he was born in America, he was raised in Turkey, came back here. Frankly, you could be denaturalized for a myriad of reasons. Now, again, it's something that's incredibly rare. There was 10 cases of it last month, or maybe it was early this month. Either way, there was 10 cases of it. But the fact of the matter is, there were people who had citizenship. Citizenship was revoked, and they were deported.
This is, I mean, like, again, like, just to translate, that means that, yeah, it's a crazy psycho that's threatening a person over political reasons.
Subject's brother, Ryan Govia, expressed that he was unsurprised that Subject would make a threatening call to a politician or politician's spouse.
Yeah.
Govia opined that Subject had anger management issues in addition to other mental health concerns. Subject spent most days isolated in his room playing virtual reality games. Subject regularly listened to the social media influencer, Hassan Piker.
There we go. That happened to my brother after his 4th felony conviction. And again, they have to have committed a crime, but Hassan has allegedly committed multiple crimes with his trip to Cuba. So we'll see.
Hiker.
Well.
Who Argovia considered to have a far-left political ideology.
Isn't it crazy that, like, every time that one of his, like, fans gets exposed or something like this, there's always, like, every time that we hear about these people publicly, they're always the most deranged, unhinged, retarded animals.
See, here's the thing, though, Dozer. I just don't care. The only country I give a fuck about is America. If he stokes violence and stuff in all those other countries, that's their fucking problem. I don't want people in America who have anti-America sensibilities. It's that simple. I could not give a fuck less what he does in other countries, legal, illegal, whatever. Now I might still like farming for content like we did Johnny Somali, because that shit was funny as fuck. But as long as it's not happening, I don't care about any other country. Care a little about Japan. A little bit. And by proxy, I care a little bit about the UK because what affects them affects us in a large way. But I don't actually care about them. I care about what the ramifications could be for us because of them.
Gee.
The other journalist missed one. Yeah, I wonder why that journalist that made the video, the positive video about Hassan, I wonder why he didn't find any of these people.
Subject's stepfather, Dallas Weatherington, also expressed that he was unsurprised by Subject threatening to kill a politician's spouse to the behavior Subject regularly displayed.
So it's not even a politician themselves. It's the spouse. This is what I was saying before about how these people are terrorists.
Around the household. It's crazy that, like, Taylor Lorenz and Hassan all supported that, like, making death threats. You see Hassan has made the threats. He's, like, posted the pictures of the gun and shit and talked about, like, the whatever, the Rick Scott memes and everything else. And then you have, like, people in his audience. This isn't even the first one, right? We had that news article before of that Hassan Piker fan.
Calling in a bomb threat. Yeah.
Sky.
And it was not just it was and Destiny, I don't know if he's up to date with this, but that same person that was arrested for calling in a bomb threat was recently on Hassan's stream in the last week. So it's not like this person was.
And there it is. That is another instance of Hassan platforming terrorists. Because you got to remember what terrorism is. Terrorism is attempting to affect political change via means of violence. Like, someone being violent does not automatically make them a terrorist. But if you were trying to affect political change by means of violence, that is the definition of terrorism. So calling in a bomb threat, if it's for political ideologies, would be terrorism. So this would be another separate terrorist that Hassan's had on his stream. That is too many. Yeah, we talked about that one a little bit earlier, Dozer.
Excommunicated from their community at all? No, they were continually allowed in.
Well, he's got credentials.
Hi, are you the guy?
Yeah.
Packy, good to meet you guys. Nice to meet you.
What's going on?
You, man. There you go, Marsh. Good to meet you. Marsh, where you guys go? Whoa.
Okay.
You guys. Let's
Do you happen to have?
There he is.
Do you happen to have a tote bag or something?
Not a good one.
Yeah.
I would love to.
Oh, you don't want to carry all that around the whole time?
Well,
a Michigan man has been charged with making terrorist threats in Illinois. This was published on September 9th of 2025. Police say the threats caused many businesses to close early. I just hope that, like, if it finally happens, if something does happen with one of these people, I hope that Twitch falls for it. Like, I hope the fact that they keep in mind they preemptively, like, perma-banned ICE from everything just because
ICE should have never been banned. I can understand them suspending him for a while because of the airport thing. out of like a legal liability.
I agree with this completely. No scope, no problem. If you have the privilege of being in this country, citizen or not, you can be on a visa right now. But even if you were born here, if you hold anti-American views, basically if you are pro-communism, pro-Islam, pro any of these ideologies that are completely incompatible and antithetical to the American way of life, you should be deported. Full stop. Like, if you want to be a regular fucking Democrat and you want to argue for like higher taxes and free healthcare, I think that's just dumb as fuck. But there's an argument, there's a debate to be had there. However, if you hold views that are incongruent, that cannot coexist with the American lifestyle, such as communism and support of Islam, you should be deported.
Thing. But like, I mean, he should be unbanned. I should be unbanned. Destiny should be unbanned. Like, it's retarded.
Just because the threats and everything, because they thought Ice Poseidon was too much of a liability.
Asian
but, like,
Andy should be unbanned.
And it's not. It's like so stupid because if one of his fans does like haul off and murder somebody, people are going to look back and they'll be like, "Where were the signs?" And it's like, okay, well, he was tweeting out makeshift weapons that were used to assassinate the Japanese prime minister. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you know, what were the real signs?
He was watching terrorist propaganda on stream saying that these people were based.
Yeah. Well, you know, where were the real signs?
Yeah. He was on a podcast with another guy saying that even baby settlers were valid military targets. Yeah. He was justifying every form of resistance against oppressive fascist forces. Yeah. He refused to disavow violence on his side at any time.
To be honest, I feel like a streamer or political content creator isn't necessarily responsible whenever their followers commits an act of terrorism.
They, by and large, I agree, they're not. Unless they're actively calling for said terrorism. That's the difference. Talking about your political views is different than calling for your audience to commit acts of political violence. Because that is, look, if that's why Marilyn Manson got charged from, because remember, Charles Manson, fucking dumbass, Charles Manson never killed anybody. Never killed a soul. He had people do it. And he went to prison for that. If Charles Manson can go to prison for that, Hassan can too. If his viewers commit these heinous crimes in his name, then yes, they can.
If it was me or Destiny's community doing it, I would agree with you. But if it's Hassan's community, I wouldn't. The reason why is because Hassan actively encourages it and Destiny and I don't. Neither does, like Hutch. Neither does David Pakman. Neither does Ben Shapiro. So whenever you're telling people to do something, it's different than whenever somebody does something.
And saying that all forms of resistance are justified. Like, oh shit. Actually, wait a second. This was the most obvious fucking radicalization event ever. It was actually the most obvious thing in the universe. It was actually the most foreseeable thing fucking ever. Who would have guessed? Yeah, the ELA comments and everything else. And then these fucking losers. And then, I'm sorry. Generally, he's an ally, but I'll call him out for it. I'm sorry. The spineless fucks like XQC, who are too lazy to read anything, will look at my comment in chat and go, well, actually, I think Destiny, it doesn't matter what the context is. Destiny's making death threats. Fuck off, fucking loser. If you don't have anything to say, if you're not even going to fucking look at the video, if you're not even going to watch the context.
I mean, I think it's not great that he said that either, right? I mean, I feel like, yeah, I understand the context. I've seen the context. It's not great.
That's false. Destiny does encourage leftist terrorism. While Hassan encourages Islamic terrorism. So, I would agree. Destiny does encourage leftist terrorism. Hassan does not encourage Islamic terrorism. He encourages Islamic terrorism and communist terrorism. Just clear that up.
The Destiny said that it's on the spectrum of bad, but it's not even nearly as bad as the other stuff.
It gives such a free pass to all of these fucking lunatics.
Yeah,
it's just so fucking cringe because God, dude, I hope I don't get killed by one of these motherfuckers. Because if I do, no one is even gonna make him answer for it. No one's gonna.
Let's analyze this because this is a quote. I can't wait for the conservative genocide. Destiny. On paper, that is a legally different statement than go out and commit the conservative genocide. Neither are good. I vehemently am opposed to both, obviously. But what Destiny's saying, not technically a call for violence, just a wish for violence. Whereas Hassan actively calls for violence. Now, again, I'm sure Destiny has as well. I'm absolutely sure he has. I'm just that one quote is a good example of the difference between the two.
Look at all this shit and be like, oh, that was a crazy guy. And then fucking retards like the soy fucking loser and Pisco, the fucking loser, are going to be saying, well, there's no way that he could have actually known. Not the poor man that was upheld at TSA for 16 minutes. There's no way that we could have ever known that Hassan was being radicalized while TSA pulled over for extensive 16-minute interrogation questions where Hassan volunteered up a whole bunch of unnecessary information and literally nothing fucking happened to him. There's no way that anybody could call him out.
I know
it's
actually
actually
has, guys.
The funny thing is that
I'm just using the way that phrase is framed. It could constitute free speech, whereas what Hassan does can't. That's all I'm explaining.
I don't even have to hate him on like a political level. I just hate him on a personal level. I have enough reason to personally hate him. And I think anybody would understand. The guy that calls you a pedophile 24/7, the guy that like doxes and harasses people constantly. All right, it's all good.
That's crazy.
What a depressing state of affairs, bro.
So another Hassan viewer has now been, arrested for threatening to kill the spouse of, or hurt or harm or something, the spouse of a senator. So of the immediate family of a United States senator, has anger management and other mental health concerns. They spend most of their days in their room playing virtual reality video games, and the subject regularly listened to social media influencer Hassan Piker.
Guys, I know this. You're not paying any fucking attention. I know Destiny has said stuff like this. I literally said earlier, Destiny has also done it. I was using that one quote as an example of how it could be that would still be free speech. If you're not going to engage what I'm saying, shut the fuck up. Don't be retarded. Yes, Destiny has said stuff that has caused the violence. I'm not saying he didn't. That one single quote wasn't, and that was an example of how you can skirt and still be in free speech versus actual legitimate calls to violence. That one quote. That's all. Oh, you're talking to the chat. My bad. Okay, fair enough, drunk. Fair enough. You're talking to the chat. My bad.
That is not a good chain of analysis, right? It's really not. It's a very bad one. And so it's a new low. I don't know if it's a new low, but it's another low. I'll tell you that. So David Pacman, this is this guy, and by the way, the continual crash out of all of the left-wing people, by the way. David Pacman pushes back on the far-left extremists infiltrating the Democratic Party. So this guy...
This is fucking hilarious because I would also lump David Pacman in as a far-left extremist. He is just smart enough to know how to be quiet about it. David Pacman is absolutely a far-left extremist. He just knows how to be fucking quiet about it.
I have...
Watch the whole video. Listen to the whole segment before you send me hate mail. You know...
Okay. So, David Pacman is, he is your traditional milquetoast liberal Democrat.
No,
he is.
He is not. No, Asmongold is completely wrong. Pacman is not. That is how he portrays himself so that he doesn't end up with a reputation like Hassan or Destiny. Totally different.
I've known of David Pacman for over 10 years. I've watched his videos on and off. I can't really say that I'm mainly a fan. I would say I did.
Pacman used to be what Asmongold is describing. He used to be a normal milquetoast Democrat. That has not been the case since 2022, give or take, at least.
Disagree with a lot of the things that he says, but, David Pacman is an American. He is. He's an American. And, even he's realizing what's happening to the Democratic Party.
The Democratic Party is showing the early signs of the same disease that destroyed the Republican Party. I've got so many friends on the left texting me and saying, David, we're not going to allow the same thing to happen on the left that Trump did to MAGA. That Trump and MAGA did to Republicans, are we?
Yes, you are.
Republicans, back in 2010, their leaders laughed at the Tea Party. Conspiracy theorists, they're far-right internet trolls. They're not going to do anything.
Yeah, but David, you got to admit, though, it's kind of crazy that those conspiracy theories were true, right? Like,
Patman will never admit the conspiracy theories are true. Patman will never admit the conspiracy theories are true. He will also never admit that MAGA sensibilities are the common thought in America. Yes, we don't want trannies in women's bathrooms and playing women's sports. Yes, we don't want our money going to foreign countries unless it's Israel, apparently. We don't want any new wars unless it's to aid Israel, apparently. Point is, by and large, most people agree with the baseline MAGA ideals this whole country over. It's not even close.
damn, like, what are the odds of that? Like, that's nuts, right? Because, like, you know, the files came out, and it's like, wow.
And then the Tea Party took over local organizations, threatened primaries, built their own media universe, and eventually were part of a process that gave us Donald Trump. The left and Democrats...
Because assholes like you wanted to deplatform them. The reason why they had to build their own media ecosystem is because you wanted people like that deplatformed.
Correct.
Democrats can't make the same mistake. There is a small group of far left extreme.
It goes beyond that, drunken ferret. MAGA has taken over not just the majority of the Republican Party, but also the majority of the libertarian and centrist-minded individuals as well. If you are a disaffected liberal and anything to the right of that, MAGA, by and large, you are by and large accepted in a MAGA, for better or for worse.
They're not
gaining
small.
influence inside youth groups.
There's a lot
and
of you.
Party organizations.
Because
they
I
spend.
confused. So I got MAGA. It was the ag from MAGA. So I was drunken. Yeah, it was not. I was not going to call you a faggot. It was because I got the ag and MAGA is what I was slipped up there.
All day online organizing and enforcing ideological purity and attacking anyone who disagrees.
That's right.
Now, let me be very clear. I am not talking about people who want Medicare for all and affordable housing. I want all that stuff. I'm with all that stuff. I'm a social democrat in the style of Northern.
Didn't you know, if you want Medicare for all and you want social democratic welfare systems to help people that are underprivileged, if you want that, you have to also support Hamas and engage in terrorism. Sorry, but it's either Hamas and healthcare or no healthcare and you can be an American. It's a 2-for-1.
Europe, of course I want those things. These are folks who treat political warfare like a full-time job. And when they can't...
Because they don't have...
build their own coalition, they attach themselves to popular causes. They take real concerns about...
Like a parasite does, by the way. It's exactly what I've called these people.
Healthcare, housing, police misconduct, and use them to sell what is actually an authoritarian worldview. Now, there are things in DSA, for example, Democratic Socialists of America.
How did you know it was my sister's birthday? Have I mentioned it before? Yeah, today is my little sister's birthday. My birthday is in 6 days. We'll be doing a birthday stream. But like, no, have I told you that before? Did you just remember that? I'm impressed. I don't think I said or posted anything about it.
That are good and that I agree with. But there's also some stuff in there that I think doesn't make any sense. I saw their new platform. Promises a country where you have no debt, you pay no rent, no mortgage, you receive publicly funded housing, publicly funded retirement, food, education, energy, medicine, transportation. And it sounds incredible because it is incredible. How would they create it? Government ownership of the largest corporations and of entire industries, universal rent control, abolishing police and prisons, and abolishing the Senate and replacing our political system. Some of these ideas are reasonable to a degree. For example, I support universal health care, and I've talked about 4 or 5 ways that we could get to it. I want affordable housing, and I've done a dozen interviews with housing experts on what would and wouldn't work to get us.
If you want affordable housing, then maybe you should get China's dick out of your ass. Because the left loves to support them some China when China's the one buying up all the land. And, shout out UA Applemaker with a 2-banger. How old she turn? Respectfully. 30? I think today's her 30th birthday.
There. I support progressive taxation. We need to collect more taxes from the very rich. Voting rights have been hurt in this country. We need police reform. By the way. So there's elements of this that are great, and any social democrat.
By the way, I agree with all those things. I agree with everything he just said. Like those are also things that I believe in and I think too.
Like me will tell you we got to do that. But you bundle it together.
Yeah, but those are all things that could happen naturally under the free market if you allowed less government control. So if you want those things, those are not necessarily inherently leftist ideas. It's the methodology to get there that is leftist. It's the methodology of like subsidizing housing and putting it all in control of the government. That is what gets you there, as opposed to letting the free hand of the market decide with minimal to no regulation and keeping corporate and government separate, getting rid of lobbying. Like these are all things you can achieve via the free market under a conservative or libertarian viewpoint.
And this
police reform? Yeah, of course I agree with police reform. Body cams are police reform. Because they're an extra level of accountability that now that we have it. Like, you understand that, right? Yeah.
Fantasy in which capitalism, private industry, and major parts of the government simply disappear. Most Americans don't want that. Most Americans understand that there is no way that you could impose that without extraordinary authoritarianism.
Of course you were.
Pac-Man is such a fucking idiot, dude. Such a fucking moron.
My one hesitation about confronting this now, and why I went back and forth, is the midterms. Publicly exposing the rot could make moderate voters think the entire Democratic Party has been infected.
Agreed, Ferret. Well...
But I don't think silence is really going to hide it. I saw a crazy thing from the weekend where there was a college Democrats convention, which I was actually invited to participate in, and I couldn't make it. Hassan Piker was dressed like Mao, and I guess Destiny tried to show up, and he was banned from entering allegedly because the Mao-dressed Piker didn't want him there. Republicans are going to put these clips everywhere. Like people seem crazy when they see them.
He's saying the same thing that I'm saying.
Yeah, but he's saying it in a much more bitch-made beta male attitude. So
this is the same thing I've said the whole time. Too late, buddy. Too late. You let this shit happen.
This stuff, and they are going to abolish the police and abolish borders and abolish prisons and play them on a loop for 6 months.
They deserve it. And they deserve it because it's insane.
I were an average voter with no knowledge of these online personalities, which most of these people are. Most people don't follow this sort of thing. They're busy living their lives and working and doing all this stuff.
True.
If I were an average voter with no knowledge of these online personalities, I would find these images and a lot of this stuff very alarming.
Unsettling.
And that's already happened. How do you think Trump won every single swing state? How do you think Trump won every single swing state? Because of this right here. Because of your Hamas, Osama bin Laden, Epstein, dog, shocker, fucker, pikers. Because of the individuals that are fucking Looney Tunes that have been propped up by you, by the left, by the mainstream media apparatus, by the corporations like Twitch and to a degree YouTube, certainly X back when it was still Twitter. These are the people that have propped up and been made the norm. And so now, once they reach a certain level of mainstream notoriety and the mainstream media and even independent media that obviously has gained so much traction over the last 10 years can see that this is the normal. This is what is normal for these leftists. Of course, Donald Trump's going to win every swing state.
So as I said last week, and so many of you agreed with me, Democrats must act now and intelligently. The centrists don't really do anything. Make
the centrists decide the elections. Most people are centrists in that most people a la carte their beliefs. All right. Most people will be like, you know what? I would like free healthcare, but I also want to own my guns. Now, again, maybe free healthcare is a bad example. But the point is, most people care about the economy. Also, they want free speech. Also, they want to make sure they own their guns. Most people are centrists, and whether they want to believe it or not, and they a la carte their beliefs. However, whatever side has the stronger appeal to the thing they care about the most, voter ID, cost of living, gun rights, whatever, people are going to have that one thing that they care about the most. And whatever side is appealing to that better is who wins. Conversely, you got people that don't appeal to anything, like Hamas, Osama bin Laden, Epstein, Doc Strucker, Fucker, Piker, who is literally appealing to communists and to Islamists. That's going to, even the leftists are going to be turned off by that. And simply to avoid that, they will vote for the right. They will absolutely vote for the right. Yo, shout out. Thank you for the 500 kicks, Lithium Lux Eterna, you absolute legend. As apologies for any shekels lost without slurs. P.S. Do kicks count for Discord access or only memberships? That is a good point. I guess Kick doesn't really have a membership concept. So I will have to figure that out. Worst case scenario, I can send you a link directly. Yeah, we have subs. That's true. Subbing on Kick should get you Discord access. That's true. Subbing on Kick should get you Discord access. I have never considered, because I totally forgot that Kick has a different setup than YouTube in that regard. So yes, we'll make it to where subbing on Kick is the equivalent to a membership, and you can get Discord access. That's a very good call. Thank you. And thank you for the 5-banger as well. Truly appreciate it.
Most fringe suggestions that you don't even really push for, not working. Okay. This other thing of like end everything, it's a sort of destructive accelerationism. That's also not going to work. So
you see, David Pakman is naive.
Most people are centrists because they don't make their politics their identity. The overwhelming majority of people have life to deal with, and politics is the last thing they're usually thinking about. I agree with this completely. This is why most people don't realize the political ramifications of the media they consume, of why the prices are going up in the grocery stores. Like that's the people are worried about the immediate future. They don't think about the macro scale, the big picture effect of how politics is affecting the things in their day-to-day life that they are already stressed about. Correct.
He thinks that the people that he's discussing are Americans. They're not Americans. These people, like, they're anchor babies and clowns. They should be fucking deported. They shouldn't even be in the country to begin with. So what are we even talking about? Like, it's just like you're trying to be reasonable with these people. They're not reasonable. You're not going to find a middle ground with them because they're not one of you.
I think that what we need here are no apologetics for dictatorship, no apologetics for authoritarianism.
That's what they want to do.
No harassment.
Never trust a leftist or a Democrat when they talk about authoritarianism. Authoritarianism is just a buzzword they throw around now because they want to equate Trump to Hitler, even though they are very diametrically opposed. Him talking about apologize for authoritarianism actually is what we need right now. Oh yeah, Lithium makes a good point. Never trust a Democrat. It should have just been the thing. Yeah, fair enough.
And by the way, do you remember what I said like a year ago or 2 years ago about how they don't hate dictatorships? They want to be the dictators. They don't hate authoritarianism. They want to be the authoritarians. They don't hate the police. They want to be the police. Well, now everybody's seeing it. Now everybody's seeing the exact same thing that I've been trying to warn people about for years.
No anti-Semitism,
not sure.
No allowing online factions to decide which liberals may enter the room. You know, what would I even have been allowed at that college Democrats thing? They invited me months ago.
There's a good chance that now he won't be. This guy isn't realizing the ship sailed 2 years ago, and it's his fault that it sailed. I have no sympathy for people like David Pakman because they were the harbingers of this rot. You said that, we should bring in infinity refugees. We should bring in these people from totally different cultures. We should bring in and accept and
not just bring them in, pay their way, give them handouts, allow them to vote immediately, not check their IDs, not vet them, incorporate their way of life into our own, even if their way of life is things like fucking marrying 9-year-old girls. It is worse than just bringing them in. It is endorsing their way of life and paying for their way of life at the destruction of our own. David Pakman is a tranny. Because I could tell David Pakman is actually a woman because only women got that level of bitch-made suicidal empathy.
Allow these ideas and ideologies on schools, and we shouldn't try to remove this stuff because, it's freedom of speech. Right, well, these people are going to take freedom of speech away. That's the way it works. So you had no problem allowing this to manifest, but now that it's costing you your power, now you're worried about it. It's your fault. Did he say that? He enabled people who said that. He was on the side that said that. He advocated for people that represented that. That's enough for me. You knew where this was going. Matt. What the hell did you think was going to happen whenever you import a fucking, 10 million people from other countries where you can marry kids and the government kills you for saying something wrong? But do you really think those people are going to integrate the same way that somebody from fucking England will? Are you this naive? Are you this stupid?
Yes, they really are.
Spend 10
most of them are just useful idiots. Now you've got people like David Pakman or maybe people even higher up on the totem pole who are not stupid. They are engineering this. This is being done specifically because they want to force a cultural change. But then you've got the majority of the people, the Hassan Piker viewers, the Destiny viewers, the David Pakman viewers, the ones that are just useful fucking idiots.
Here's getting called a racist for something that everybody knows is true. Duh, of course. But people like David Pakman tried to shut down conversations about it. That's what you get. This is what you get. Now it's happening to you. Thank God you have the DSA. It's the biggest poison pill for the Democrats.
I don't know. I mean, I couldn't go, so we didn't find out. So we just need normal people to participate, join local committees, attend conventions, get involved with state parties, and let's turn the DNC into something that works. Many reasonable people doing a little.
There's nothing about the DNC that will ever work on account of the D in the DNC.
Can defeat both the centrist do-nothings and the hardcore extremists who would...
The centrist do-nothings. Again, he is out here for... What a great pause. He is out here advocating for the alienation of the vast majority of the voter base in the country. When he says the centrist do-nothings, that is... I would wager that is 75% of legal American voting age citizens. What a dumb fuck.
Get nothing done. Republicans believed they were going to control the extremists. They were like, we got these people under control. The extremists took over the party. Democrats can still prevent that outcome, but we've got to get them to...
No, you can't.
Earlier, you missed it, Shield Wall, so I'll just explain it real quick earlier. Most people, even if they claim to be Democrat or Republican, most people are actually centrist because they all look hard at their beliefs based on both sides. They will just have more of a sway one side or the other.
It's over. You've already lost. You don't know it yet, but you've already lost. It's done.
Get things under control right now. I've said before, I've never been a Democrat. I don't care about the Democratic Party beyond who offers the better candidates, and usually it's Democrats over Republicans. But we've got to make sure.
That is another Democrat lie they will tell you over and fucking over. Oh, I'm not a Democrat. I just go with whoever's best. And when you look at their voting history, you mean 100% of the time, every time Democrats offer something better? I don't know, buddy. Sure sounds to me like you're a fucking Democrat.
That we don't allow that party, if it is the vessel, at least for now, to something better than what Republicans are offering, to be hijacked. This is about...
And also, let's be real. because it's been a while since I've said it. There really is no difference. Democrats, Republicans, it is the uniparty. 80% of it, if I'm being generous, is the fucking uniparty.
Include, but not allow any extreme faction to take over. And that is what I think makes the most sense. Can it be done reasonably?
It can't be done because the core ethos of the Democratic Party is mentally ill white women with no husband, with no boyfriend, that are single on antidepressants. And the only thing that they care about is being performative in what they believe. That is the spirit.
Not in what they believe, in what they are told to believe, because they don't think for themselves.
Animal of the Democratic Party. That is your core. That is like, and it's not an ideology, it is an identity. And the identity is just simply a performative behavior to allow yourself to be seen as a good person. A guy, you have no actual candidate? That's true too. Yeah, there's no, and that's the other thing too. There's no actual candidate that the Democrats can run. They can't run a moderate candidate because this candidate won't play footsie with Hamas. And they can't run a Hamas candidate because everybody's like, well, that's a fucking terrorist. So they're in a no-win situation. It's going to be crazy when normal Democratic men are talking about adjusting the 19th. I get, right? Wrong, the guy with brain damage can win? Oh, right.
Without self-inflicted damage between now and the midterms?
It's over,
I don't
buddy.
know. I hope so.
I didn't know David Pakman was a MAGA chud. Yeah, I didn't know he was such a major
There's a level of authoritarianism that you're actually comfortable with.
Just go ahead, babe. Yeah, and that's it. Yep. Now he's just a big chud. And it's just that simple. Yep, year of the chud. And somebody went and said, let me see if I can show you guys this. It's somebody calling him right wing. Let me see if I can find this. We haven't even gotten to, by the way, there's like crazy WoW drama. I am going to get to that today. I know a couple of people asked about it. It's really, really fucking funny. But I
was just saying you're absolutely correct, Matt.
I haven't seen a lot of it yet, but we're going to go through everything later on. I'm just not ready for it yet, okay? Please be patient. So anyway, give me a second. I'll see if I can find the comment that they made about him. I don't know. Maybe I'm not going to be able to find it. Maybe I'm a fucking retard. Has he always been this right wing? I never watched him, but I thought he was sort of like an establishment progressive. David A. Pakman hasn't been progressive since October 7th. His name is David A. Pakman, and if you read it phonetically, you'll know the sole issue that really animates him. Jew alert! Looks like we've got ourselves a Jew here. Uh-oh. Israel defender? Oh my God. This is it. Oy vey. Oh no. We got one here. Come here, guys. Call the police. Shalom, brother. Yeah, I would go even farther, but I probably get in trouble. And so anyway, right wing is when you don't support starving millions of peasants to death. Establishment progressives don't endorse dude dress or brutal dictator. Hope that helps. Oh man. And wow. Right wing, you people are insane. Yes, David Pakman is right wing. Resurface clip. It shows David Pakman repeating Zionist propaganda verbatim, claiming Israel was treated unfairly. I wonder if it's about not hating the genocide. This is it. That is the core of all of this, because at the
Fetterman is unironically possibly the only Democrat that I was like, you know what? I could have a beer with you. I would hang out and talk with you. I would still never vote for him. I unless he really changes his tune on some things. But I would definitely have a beer with Fetterman.
The very core of it, it is these people, it is identity politics. It has been identity politics ever since the beginning. And any Democrat that is bemoaning and complaining about their position in this,
the college didn't denounce Hassan. If they did, I haven't seen that. The college denounced Destiny. Not Hassan. Unless there was an update that I missed.
think that I love the fact that they're getting eaten alive. I do. I love watching this happen. I love seeing him get harassed. I love watching this. He deserves this more than anybody else. Let me go. I'm going to look this up. David Pac-Man. Where's David Pac-Man? Let's see if I can find it. Is this I think this is the video.
Yeah, send it to me on Discord, Dozer. And that'll be the last thing we talk about.
Yeah, Democrats face growing pressure to stop extremist activists before they gain greater influence inside the party. The Democratic Party is defined by virtue signaling, emotional blackmail, and emotional manipulation. There are no real principles behind the Democratic Party. And I will give you the clearest and most obvious example of that. How the fuck can you have free healthcare for everybody when everybody can come into the country? Can you pay for free healthcare for 7 million people, billion people? No, of course not. So you have to obviously do border control. You have to do that. So you cannot have these two things. You either pick strong borders and a control on immigration, or you pick free healthcare for everybody. That's it. Or sorry, or you pick that, but you can only have one or the other, all right? Sorry, I confused myself there, but I think that the point is pretty fucking obvious, all right? It's confusing to even explain.
Yes. If you want strong healthcare, you have to have strong borders. That's the point.
Explain. New Lego video? I know that. I know. How about neither? I'm a big fan. I think that we should pay for free healthcare. I do. I think that we should. I am an advocate of universal basic income. I am an advocate of Medicare for all, and I want to have that happen. But I want it for Americans.
Yeah, nope. Asmund going to lose me there. He absolutely loses me there. There's the video. There's the link. No, that shit should not. Hey, shout out. Thank you for the 10 jewels, Solo Grim. We do not need that shit. That is antithetical to the free market. And yes, Matt is correct. Neither one are fiscally responsible. Let's take a look at what Dozer sent me, and this will be the last thing we cover, is in regards to the Hassan stuff. As with couples, the loss of influence is gradual. Won't happen all at once, but it's happening. University of Kansas Young Democrats walked out of Hassan Piker's appearance at the College Democrats of America Summer Convention and issued with this statement. We do not endorse Mr. Piker or the rhetoric and statement which have generated significant controversy among many Democrats. You're only saying this now. We'll read this. You're only saying this now because of the immense backlash. If there had not been backlash, you would say, y'all support this communism. You support this Maoism. You support Sharia law and this Islamist regime and propaganda. You're only saying this now because Asmongold is getting views talking about this. You're only saying this now because this has actually popped up on Fox News for the dumb motherfuckers that still watch Fox News. The University of Kansas Young Democrats believe that transparency, accountability, and respect are central to maintaining our party and core democratic institutions. Accordingly, in light of recent discussions regarding Hassan Piker's appearance at the 2026 College Democrats of America Summer Convention, we believe it is important to clarify that our chapter was not notified of his participation until shortly before the event. Upon learning of his participation, members of our delegation joined others in leaving the event. We do not endorse Mr. Piker or the rhetoric and statements which have generated significant controversy and concern amongst many Democrats and our fellow Americans. Members of our chapter have since faced harassment under the mistaken assumption that we supported or were affiliated with Mr. Piker and his views. The assumption is demonstrably false, and we take our fellow students should not be subjected to harassment based on it. We hope this statement provides the clarity necessary regarding our position and allows us to return to the work of building a stronger Democratic Party. As a statement from the Kansas University of Young Democrats, I call bullshit. I call bullshit.
To the Democrats who compromise, who no more to Trumpism, but no more to the Democrats who compromise, who conciliate, and who betray us. No more to the fascist reactionaries, but no more to the Democrats who will collaborate and cooperate with the fascists, who will fund ICE, who will fund Israel, who will help poison the planet, who will stiff workers and help bosses. We don't need those Democrats anymore.
Mind you, they say in their statement, they say in their statement that so many of them left. Oh, so many of y'all left. Looks like a pretty packed fucking house to me. Hearing a lot of applause, hearing a lot of cheering. If all y'all left, why is he there to a packed house listening to this fucking communist rhetoric?
In fact, we have a message. We are coming. We are on boss. We're on bot. We're unbound. And we will become undeniable. Thank you.
And there it is, boys. They are only denouncing Hassan because they got caught. Because this shit was too public, too mainstream. Because everybody is bitching. Because everyone sees through this communist bullshit. And you love to see it. They're going to cower. They're going to kowtow. They're going to backpedal. They're going to move the fucking goalposts. People are sick of this shit. They're sick of Hamas, Osama bin Laden, Dog Shocker, Fucker, Piker. They're sick of the communist regimes, the Islamists, these illegal infiltrating aliens. And it is all coming home to roost. You'll love to fucking see it. All right, crew. I'll be on another show in a little less than an hour. Hold My Dual Shock. Shout out. You love Hold My Dual Shock. Katie and Andy, fucking legends. Niat, my boy, Film Comments Explained, fucking legend. So we're going to wrap it up. We're going to raid. Who are we going to raid? Kick folks. Do you want to raid Celestium or do you want to read Gregorian Gangsta? Who are you going to do? You have to fit Diaper Shitter in there? You're right. I'm going to have to fit Diaper Shitter in there somewhere. Over on Kick, are we raiding Gregorian Gangsta or are we raiding Celestium? YouTube, I'll figure out who we're raiding afterwards. Did you see the trailer of Resident Evil? I've not seen the new trailer of Resident Evil. I've honestly been too fucking afraid to watch it because of what they're doing to my favorite franchise. Same reason they distance themselves from maps. Correct. Everyone's saying Celestium. All right. We'll raid Celestium on Kick. Let's see who we got live on YouTube right now. Let's see who is live on YouTube right now. Hypno. So we're gonna raid Hypno Gaming on YouTube. We're gonna raid Celestial on Kick. Guys, thank you so much. Great show. I will see you tomorrow for Neon Leon. Videos and streams nearly every day. And until next time, it's all here in the Nerdosphere. This has been Words of Paradise. Deuces.